and 4. The battle is on. It's going to be too close to call side by side. Long Joe gets it. Oh, we got contact. We got flips. Everywhere. We got big wrecks here going back to the front because we're racing back to the line.
William Page with the victory.
Looking for second here.
Musa's gonna
he's going to use that apron.
He's going to use the apron.
They're going to be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from?
Boyer trying to close the gap. He's going to get to the bumper. Oh, just barely did not make it. And coming off of turn 4, Jeff Stickenis is going to win it at Dover.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Texas Motor Speedway for tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Xfinity Series, Night 3, Texas Triple Race 3. We're going to give away some trophies by the end of tonight to our top 3 finishers over the last 3 nights. It's going to be a fantastic night of racing, just like the last 2. A little wild, a little crazy. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. As always, folks, I'm Joe. Joe Towanski up here in the booth, and Ricky Collette is once again joining me here tonight. Took the night off last night. Ricky, you got those batteries recharged?
Yeah, I do, Joe. It was I took the coward's way out last night. I was gonna be here, then Tommy said he could be. Tommy was in town, and I worked 8 hours, so yeah. I slept all night. So I did great recharge. I'm here. I'm ready to roll. We're gonna have a fun race here tonight. We saw these truck physics. CTS cars tonight, but with truck physics, a lot like what we saw on Wednesday night. So we should be in for a wild one here.
A wild one for sure. And of course, this is our BSR Xfinity Series race preview presented by our friends at CircleBDiecast.com. Make sure you use that code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Help support us at JTN and also to get yourself some free shipping, because that, folks, will save you some of that moolah. Again, Texas Motor Speedway, you know the drill by now. 1.5 miles, 134 laps here tonight, 70-degree weather. I'm Joe, he's Ricky. You mentioned that we have the CTS physics, and what that means is these cars tonight are going to be a little bit slower. They're going to handle a lot like the trucks did Wednesday. If there is a difference, Ricky, what is it tonight?
Man, if there's a difference, there's really not going to be much difference, I don't think, Joe. Hitbox. Well, there's that. But it's not really a huge thing, I would say. I'm trying to remember. This is NXS 2015 cars. I think there's a bit of a hitbox on the nose of these cars that we'll have to keep an eye out for tonight. A little bit of a deceptive hitbox there. Makes bumper to bumper contact a little sketchy sometimes. So that will probably be the big thing. But beyond that, these cars will probably handle about the same. I won't be surprised if these guys are just drag and dropping what they had for setups on a Wednesday night and just using them here again. And right now, as they're wrapping up with qualifying, it looks like we're seeing the kind of same usual suspects up at the front here that we saw the other night.
Yeah, I was going to say, seeing that tick across the screen, I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces in some familiar places. But again, folks, going to be a great night of racing action. Qualifying has concluded, so you know what time it is, Ricky. Take us through tonight's starting lineup.
All right, with pleasure. For tonight's race at Texas, I almost said Atlanta. It was on the tip of my tongue. For tonight's race at Texas, there will be 18 cars starting for tonight's event. So pretty good sized field. 13 cars took a time in qualifying, and starting on the pole will be the 28 of BSR Keith MC at a time of 29.880 seconds. Starting in second position, only 4 1,000ths of a second off from that pole time, the 029 of BSR Kilojoules. Third spot will be the 096 of BSR Chevy Chase, and BSR Terry Scott will be joining him on that second row in the 66 machine. Robert Bacham in the 118 will round out our top 5 this evening. BSR Greg Lovell in the 088 will be starting 6th. Nelly in the 103 will be starting 7th. BSR Silver Bullet in the 4 car will be starting 8th. Alley Rain in the 6 will be starting 9th tonight. Monte Keller in the 028 will be the last car in our top 10 this evening. BSR Magoo in the 144 will roll off from the 11th position with Manny D Manny D right behind him, I should say, in the 710 car. Alongside Manny will be Robbie Nisus in the 54, 13th position. Last car to take a time in qualifying. 14th position will be BSR Ricky J in the 193. Interestingly, didn't take a time tonight. Had a really fast lap in qualifying on Wednesday, but will start closer to the back tonight. Starting in the 15th position will be the 114 of BSR Eli 114. Starting in 16th will be the 49 of BSR Brain Fade. 17th position belongs to the 2 car of BSR RJ Rusty. And rounding out the field for this evening in the 18th spot, excuse me, will be the 19 car of BSR Furco. And that will be our starting lineup for tonight's race at Texas. Again, Joe, pretty good sized field. About, I don't remember, maybe a hair bigger than what we saw in the truck race on Wednesday. So, should make for a pretty interesting situation with pack racing. We saw how that kind of all worked out with these cars at these speeds. No one could really get away from each other. The fast guys were up front, but if you had a bunch of guys in a line, it just sort of strung out all the way around track.
Yeah, strung out. That was what we saw last night, was things get a little more strung out when we had the green flag runs. We didn't see that necessarily with the trucks. We're thinking tonight's race is going to lean more towards that truck series race from Wednesday. So you can go check that out after this one concludes later tonight. Of course, JTN, we got a big collection in our vault of previous races. You can check them all out here on the JTN YouTube once this broadcast has concluded. I also urge you to make sure you hit that like button on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. If this is your first time here on JTN, we do this pretty much for the last month or so. It's pretty much been every single night we've had a broadcast or some kind of content coming out, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for all that new content. The best way to make sure you don't miss a beat, don't miss a second of it, is to be subscribed with notifications on, so you hit that little bell icon. But again, a great field here tonight. We're looking for some great racing, and we can't wait to bring it to you here on JT. And Ricky, I feel like we've played a lot of like the layup questions, the easy questions that I can pose to you. So I'm going to ask you this.
Oh
no. If you're someone that's starting in the back tonight versus, maybe Wednesday, after you saw that truck series race Wednesday, are you a little more confident in being able to rally towards the front? We saw Terry Scott do it in that 66. He had a fantastic finish of second on Wednesday.
No, you said this was going to be a hard question. Of course it's going to be easier. We've seen what these guys do now. You see how close these cars stay running together. If you got a fast car, you got a fast car. And the draft is just going to make it so you never really lose touch with these front guys. I think it's going to really lead to some guys, maybe that's why the 193 Ricky J didn't take a time. Maybe he knows it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. If he's got a fast car, he'll be up front there. But I think it instills a lot more confidence that you can make a charge to the field here after seeing what the trucks did on Wednesday night.
This guy you see on your screen right now, old Kilojoules KJ in the 029, we were looking at his car in opening practice, and we were very confused by it. So hopefully we can hear the story about that later, because there are some weird... It looks like it's a Dodge Challenger body with some Camaro, older Camaro stickers.
I believe that is a 69 Camaro. No, 69.
Nice.
69? Nice. I think it's a 69. 68 maybe.
But
I'm going to be wrong. It's going to be a 67. It's hard to tell the difference between a 67 and a 68 Camaro.
Especially when it's going so fast like it is right now on track.
Yeah.
KJ, though, leading the points here in the Texas Triple. He hasn't locked up the championship in it, but he's got a pretty good shot at it tonight. Terry Scott currently sits second with 82 points, which is 12 behind KJ. In third, which would be our last podium trophy spot, is Brain Fade with 79 points. Fourth is Magoo with 75. Fifth is old Keith MC with 73, and then there's a big gaggle for sixth. So that third spot, it's really, really close. Second, third or so Do you think we're gonna see guys kind of push to get up into those trophy positions?
I think so. I mean,
I would
I'm
hope
sure the points
so.
are great, but you know what's even better? Winning the race. So I think these guys are going to push no matter what.
I'm pretty sure winning the race would probably solve a lot of folks' problems.
Put a big old smile on anyone's face.
I like it when you smile, Ricky.
I don't.
Oh.
What do you think? I got braces.
But cars lining up on the grid, ready to go green. Teammates on the front row. And we are just about ready to go. Wait for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there it is. So the field will roll off. Ricky, if you had to flag someone for the win tonight, who would it be?
That's a tough one because I'm thinking, I would say our pole sitter here, Keith MC in that 28. I'm sure he's pretty hungry after what he endured during the truck race. Kind of got the same setup here. Knew he had a fast vehicle then. He's got a fast vehicle now. Just got caught in some bad luck on Wednesday night. I think this is a good time to kind of strut his stuff around here.
Strutting his stuff indeed with that pole time, and will look to continue to do that tonight. Saw a wicked loose race car last night for Keith. Spun out more times than I think I've ever seen him. And I've raced against Keith for a while now, and we've seen him in a long list of races. But field makes their way down the back straightaway. We get ready to go racing here from No Limits, Texas. Field makes their way through 3 and 4, so it's Keith MC, Kilojoules, row 1, Chevy Chase, Terry Scott, Robert Balcom, Greg Lovell, Nelly, Silver Bullet, Allie Rain, and Monty Keller, your top 10 here for the start. Pace car is off, and we wait for that beautiful, majestic green flag to be dropped. And there it is, green flag, and we're underway, race 3 of the Texas Triple.
Kilojoules, Joe 29, already getting a jump on Keith MC here. Great run into turn 1. We'll see if he can close the door. It looks like he's going to be able to. And they are 3 wide back here.
He was able to do that last night, too, on some late restarts, so not surprising to see him get a good jump with that flag. Man, further back, Manny D in the wall, rather, in that 710.
BSR Furco in the 19 just coming off pit road, so chose not to take the green with the field. Waited a lap there, so on track and getting up to speed currently.
Battle for position, Ricky J going to the inside of the 710. And get that spot. Mustang on Mustang action there.
Robert Baucom getting to the inside, the 096 here, but can't get his nose completely there. Falls back in line coming into turn 3 here. You saw Baucom be fast on Wednesday as well, I think.
He wasn't here Wednesday.
It wasn't here Wednesday. Who was I thinking of? Someone had something that looked like a Menards car. I forgot.
Oh, Rickford.
A little further back. Okay, well, Silver Bullet also sizing Nelly up for position here. Not going to be able to pull it off just yet. Here he is going to make another charge to that inside. You can see he's a little further down the track than the 103. He just can't get there. Doesn't seem like he has to drive off at the moment, probably because of the draft.
Really sends it in deep, does Silver Bullet, down into turns 1 and 2. Gonna be to the inside of Nelly coming off of turn number 2. Allie Rain in the wall further on back.
That's a little graze.
There goes Silver Bullet for position. Now Magoo gonna set his eyes on the 103 of Nelly. And quickly they'll be coming up on that car of Furco in the 19 Jag machine.
Yeah, Furco's kind of a sitting duck right now just because he doesn't have that draft. So he's just by nature going to have... Oh, we got some transponder issues. 29 at KJ. You see Keith FC's really letting off there, giving him a wide berth, but looks like it's starting to settle down. But what I was going to say is Furco, just because he doesn't have the draft, his car's not going to have that same speed on the straightaways, these guys, so they're going to hunt him down quick here. As soon as he latches on, he'll probably be able to hang with that pack, but he's probably going to be just sort of biding his time until we can get a few cautions. This is going to put him 2 laps down. He's already 1 lap down for starting the race on pit road.
Ricky J further on back, trying to get to the inside of Monty Keller, not able to do that. Down the back straightaway, we're still, for the most part, single file. Keeping it clean and green early on in this one at Texas.
I love it when they're clean, you love it when they're green, and you love it when they're mean. And, 19 in the 4 almost got together. They're coming into turn 1.
Furco way up the track.
Yeah, he's trying to stay out of everyone's way, Joe. It's just, it's tough in the tri-oval there because everyone's moving around so much, and he almost spins it.
What a save.
Oh, my goodness. I don't think Eli, that 114 there is...
You might need to change underwear after that one.
Yeah. And while we're talking about that, Keith MC just got the leap in the 029.
Of course, naturally. So, smooth old Mac Daddy to the lead in that Busch Ice Ford Mustang. And again, he's in a spot where he's trying to get up inside that top 3. Again, a side bet between the 28 and 029 as well.
Yeah, folks, we love to keep it as close to realism as possible, and there's nothing more authentic to a stock car event than missing the battle for the lead. So...
Oh, further back, there's a crash, hard into the wall. It looks like it's the 114 of Eli.
Ooh, the 49 of Brain Fade almost gets into him. He's going through the dirt. He's about to hit the pit road.
Oh, my goodness.
No. Oh, he doesn't hit anything. How did he do that, Joe?
Probably about 20% skill.
20% concentrated power of will, but my goodness.
Let's fetch you a replay.
Seems like the 710 actually up ahead of Manny D.
Yep.
Gets tight coming off the turn here, catches the wall, and I think the 114, he bounces off hard, the 710 does, and the 114 can't go anywhere. Catches the 710 a little bit, and it just sends him into the wall.
And Brain Fade goes for a big spin, trying to make sure he avoids the 114, and very lucky not to hit anything.
Couldn't put a piece of paper between that 49 and that 114, and same could be said for the pit wall there when he almost hit it. What a amazing save. I talk about needing a change of pants. I think Brain Fade's probably probably not feeling too great right now.
Whew.
Well, 29 to KJ again, having some connection issues, blinking in and out here, but it looks like he's back. See a lot of new names in the chat here tonight. I'm already loving that, Joe.
Names that new to you, but that we saw last night.
Well,
Nope.
You know what? You love to see it. And hello.
Hello. That's
Hello.
Ricky.
Hi. I'm like Tommy, except I sound different.
I was told, what was it, a few nights ago, I was told I sound like Regan Smith.
Really?
I thought so. I was very hurt by that.
Let's come down pit road here. I don't think anyone's going to take a big strategy swing this early on in the event. 11 laps in. I think they're all just going to take 4 tires, take their lumps right now.
But the bright side, Ricky, we were told that we should replace the guys in the Fox booth, which I said I don't want to replace Mike Joy, but if they wanted to let Tommy go up there, all for it. Put you and Tommy up there.
Look, we need to bring Tommy's World to the national stage. That's all I'm saying.
Honestly, share Tommy's World, folks, because I think people would really enjoy that.
I want some good old-fashioned quality broadcasting. Go check out Tommy's World, because no joke, that's probably the best thing that we put out. Well,
I mean, our broadcasts as a whole are pretty.
No, they're good. Yeah, you're right.
Pretty fantastic. Let's not let Tommy.
I appreciate.
Bristol is very much giving you a dirty side eye. Like, what? Am I not good enough for you, Ricky? That's what Bristol's saying right now. Do you have a counter?
No. I have a table.
Are you the table?
No, I'm not the table. You know who the table is, it ain't me.
I do know who the table is. So Nice is going to stay out here, lead a lap.
It was a nice piece of strategy by that 54 team. That did not work.
That was a reach.
That sounded better in my head, but I kind of stumbled on it. The problem is, you got to commit to that when you say it. Even if it's bad, if you commit to it, it at least sounds better. I waffled on it the last second.
Hey, kid, you're gonna go far, kid.
Yeah, no, you know what? Who doesn't love waffles?
Who doesn't love waffles?
Who doesn't eat waffles?
Tell us if you like waffles in chat. But early one, 710 got into the wall, made contact with the 114. Brain fade slides through the grass. We're A-okay though. No one too worse for wear. Although it looks like the 710 has retired. Is that correct?
Yeah, 710 and the 19.
Oh, Furco retired too?
Yeah.
Oh, not Furco.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, if we costed you, they'd be back in this.
So it looks like Keith is going to take the outside this time on the restart. Saw what KJ did on the opening initial start. Doesn't want to let him do it again. And we've seen all kinds of wheel spin on that inside line this week. And, well, I wouldn't want to be down there on the bottom either if I was the leader of this race.
Yeah, I'd probably say so.
So pace car lights go off of our Dodge Charger, our official pace car here tonight. AJ's still having some transponder issues, it would appear. We'll get those ironed on out. Welcome everyone in chat. Robert Balcom earlier tuning in. Allie Rain, Super Saiyan Mustang. Probably
Super
said
Saiyan Mustang.
Saiyan. You know, I'm not.
God, you watch anime much?
I don't actually.
Nerd.
I guess. Saints NASCAR fan, Tiny Person, and NASCAR 18, the Dab King. Welcome. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. Hope you're having a fantastic end of your week and getting ready for a stellar weekend of racing. So Mac Daddy, Keith Dempsey going to have control here on the outside for this restart in that 28, then KJ and the 029 on the inside, Robert Balcom, Chevy Chase, Greg Lovell, Terry Scott, Nelly, Ricky J, Silver Bullet, and Monty Keller are your top 10. Field makes their way through turns number 3 and 4. You're going to have to watch. You're going to have to wait. Because we are in anticipation of going back green here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Fans are on their feet. They're waving that pace car down the pit lane. He obliges. And we get ready to enter our restart zone. Green flag once again, we're underway here in Texas.
Well, Jules again gets a great start here. Joe, I don't know if it's necessarily about line. I think that 029 just geared up really well for the restarts.
Gets the lead easy coming off of turn 2.
Further back here, just an absolute hornet's nest of cars. 66 Terry Scott losing a bunch of spots here. Look at BSR Ricky J in the 193 already up to, I don't even know, 7th, I think.
Doing those Voiles trucking colors proud, of course, as he always does.
My apologies, comes across line 193's an 8th. I was close.
Do we look better on the laptop or the TV? Old NASCAR 18.
I'd imagine a laptop, because I feel like the TV is going to be bigger.
Yeah, but I feel like you're farther away from the TV, so things look a little smoother.
True. True.
Let me know. I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued. We got a few people that watch on TVs. I've never even checked. But right now, who's checked? The 029 at KJ, he is checked out. See, I committed to it that time. So
I wouldn't really call that checked out, though, because you say that, old Mac Daddy had a big run coming down the back straightaway, decided to use it to push the 029 Chevrolet.
Well, 18 of Robert Bacham getting a little bit higher. Greg Lovell looking, but couldn't get there just yet.
Junior Johnson, Midnight Moonshine on the 88.
You can see how close these guys will run together here. It's almost just a game of courtesy right now. These guys aren't like taking each other's noses off. But you just see all these runs forming down the straightaways, and then no one wants to take them just yet. Because I think it's early on enough in the race. They want to take it easy. They want to get some laps in here. They don't want to show their hand too quickly. Right now, Greg Lovell in that 088 just keeps looking on the inside of that 18 machine.
Well, and remember, he was on the front row for that final restart, spun the tires on Wednesday night, so we know they have a good CTS physics set up to break your immersion just a little bit here, so not surprising to see him up inside the top 5 early on in this one.
Yes, our Silver Bullet starting to get a fender in on Nelly, staying really low to that paint. Trying to get there, just can't seem to get the run off the turn that he needs to catch the 103, though.
Confirmation that TV is better, by the way.
Ah, all right. Well, awesome. Guys are conga lining around here. Conga line, Joe. Magoo making a run to the inside of the 49 of BSR Brain Fade. He's got the fender in now.
Not going to be able to execute.
I don't know. Brain Fade's pretty high up the track.
Yeah, but Brain
Fade
was able to send it a little more down into the corner because he was going to have to run that higher line.
Keith up C's up high. Again, Joe. Keith up C's up high. Losing a bunch of spots here. 18 got under him. 88 got under him. It's like every time we look away from the lead, that's when something happens. But we got BSR Chevy Chase to the inside.
Chevy Chase to the inside in that 096. They're coming up on Robbie Nices, who's going to be going a lap down here.
This is really tough for Keith right now because he's out of that preferred line. He's not really in the draft with anyone. He's kind of a sitting duck for a moment. The minute he catches that draft again, he's going to be fast, but he's got to claw all the way through these guys as they come on by the 54. 54 staying way up the track to make sure he stays out of everyone's way here.
Some rear end damage on that 54.
Yeah, I'm wondering exactly when I got sustained, but it's going to stay up high here to let everyone on by. Here they come. And they all get by.
6-car alley right on pit road right now.
So, Killjules has got the lead here, but man, Robert Bacham is coming. And he's looking to the inside again, now in the 029. Got a run here, he's got the fender to the inside. 88's going to give him a push. Here comes the 118. Robert Bacham goes right on by our leader, Killjules. KJ gonna get stuck on that high line, a lot like the 28. And he's gonna lose a few spots here. You got Silver Bullet alongside him. We'll see if he can... Doesn't seem like he's gonna get an opportunity to shut the door on Nelly here either. So Nelly in the 103 might even get on by him here.
AJ dropping like a rock.
And it really does seem like as a leader, you gotta be careful about who passes you because you're just sitting duck if you get caught on that high line. But this is actually starting to fracture up the field a little bit as these guys have to kind of spread out for KJ.
6 alley rain coming back on track. Report is the car is a piece of crap.
No language.
I'm sure worse words probably used on the radio to the.
Oh, 4-car Silver Bullet blowing up in turn 2.
No! Oh no! We're still green.
Still green. We'll see.
I don't know how we're still green, but we're still green.
Under caution.
Okay. Here it is.
We saw this on Wednesday night too, Joe. Just a random detonation here.
Hey, who is it? Monty Keller Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so. Very unfortunate for Silver Bullet. Had a fast machine on Wednesday night too, but just gave out on him.
A tough break for the Coors Light number 4 team, of course. Don't want to be out of the race early. Field having to wait up on the pace car right now. Pace car has caught him. Are we seeing everyone come on down pit road once again?
I would say so.
Why would you say so?
Because we've had a few laps here. That's what I'd say.
Alright, well, there they are. They're all coming down. Oh, contact there on pit road between the 096 and the 029.
Oh, 029 misses a pit stall. 096 does too. This is going to be very costly for them.
Oh, man. Pit road struggles for KJ continue. He has just struggled all week on pit road. 118 going to win the race off pit road. Close there between, oh, Magoo around on the end of pit road.
Oh, no.
The car's staying out right now. Brain Fade, Robin Nices, Allie Rain. Have to think there might be a wave around or a lucky dog in there somewhere.
The 54 is 1 lap down, so we'll
that'll be the lucky dog.
That will be the lucky dog. Rain is 3 laps down, I believe, so we'll need a few lucky dogs to get the ship righted here, which is, honestly, with what we saw on Wednesday night, that's not completely far-fetched to get a few cautions here with not a lot of people down a lap, because, you know, if you're the only car laps down, you get that lucky dog, so, you know, 3 laps, you could be 2 laps, and it could be 1 lap, and then you're back in the race, so.
Back in the race.
Just gotta wait on those cautions, you know?
Gotta wait on those cautions and play it easy, play it conservative. I think that's always my biggest tip, or little tidbit of advice. When you're a lap or so down, just hang out at the back, you know? A lot of times in these races, you don't start putting people a lap down until you get all the way through a fuel run, and at that point, you're probably, if you're already a lap down before, you're probably kind of out of luck at that point. But that way, you stay out of everyone's way, and then if there's a caution, you don't get yourself tangled up in it, because a lot of times, if you're involved in the caution, well, then you don't get that lucky dog, even if you're in position to do so. You know?
You know, it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Do you like it when your cookies crumble? I've asked you this before.
Have we had this discussion? I don't even remember.
You like soft cookies or crunchy cookies?
No, I like soft cookies. Yeah,
you're a maniac.
No, you're wrong. You are wrong.
Hey,
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying you're terribly wrong, and you're a liar, and you're a thief. I think
crispy cookies are better when you can dip them in like a glass of milk. Milk? I don't know. I say it wrong probably, but...
You've never lived until you have a warm, soft cookie.
Okay, but warm soft is different than just soft.
No.
What's your rebuttal?
No, that's my rebuttal.
Well, no, you to the pace car lights as they are off. Robert Blockham, Greg Lovell going to lead them back to green on the front row. Keith MC, Nelly, row number 2. I can mute you if I really want to. Ricky J, Monty Keller, row 3. KJ and RJ Rusty, first time I've said his name tonight, they're in row 4. Terry Scott and Eli in row number 5. Row 6, Chevy Chase, Brain Fade, Robbie Nices, Magoo, Allie Rain down on pit road, going to start shotgun on the field. Bada bing, bada boom. I love...
Bada boom, you're wrong.
You know, the big thing here, this original version of Texas that comes with, that ships with NR 2003, look at all the grandstands. Look at all the grandstands.
Matthew started chat, brownies are better than cookies. Dude, man, let me tell culture.
You, my freshman year, and haha, make some jokes because I'm sure you can figure out what the jokes were made. Oh, NASCAR 18. I hope you don't have a broken finger, man, because that sucks. Especially trying to race with it, but gotta persevere through it. But I made a lot of brownies freshman year because I hated my roommates. Not hated. I wasn't friends, and I was a little shy guy, you know, so I didn't really talk to them. But eventually got to good talking with them. But anyways. Enough about that. Enough about real life. Let's get back to the sim. Pace car makes its way down the pit lane, and we're ready to go back green flag racing. There it is, once again, here from Texas. There were some odd inflections there, wasn't there?
now, but Robert Bachman gets a great jump on this restart here, but the 88,
Oh!
Greg Lovell's hanging on here, and he's going to get really washed up. I spoke too soon. Oh, he gets loose, but he hangs on to it. And he's going to pass Keith MC. How did he hang on to that car? And look at him farther back here. RJ Russ to the inside of the 103. Making a charge on KJ here. Can't pull it off just yet, but the 103 Nelly's on the apron. Whoa, Nelly. The one,
Monty in the wall.
Keller's in the wall. 114's getting to the inside of the 103. The 103 is going to be stuck outside in that line there.
Magoo taking it easy out back on the field right now. Eli really loose. Almost contact with Monty Keller.
Magoo's sitting back here like, y'all are crazy. I'm going to nope right out of this. I'm Audi 5000.
Loose is fast, right?
That is what they say. Now, Joe, this brings a very interesting situation, though, because now these guys are totally fractured. The 114 will probably catch the 103 of Nelly, and I think eventually they'll reel back into this pack, but it's going to be kind of splintered for a bit.
How do you deal with splinters in a race?
I don't know, in a race. That sounds terrible.
How do you deal with splinters in general?
You get tweezers at them, and you don't do like I am and be stupid and then accidentally get them in ways that dig under the skin, so then you have to like burrow into your skin.
You're hurting my thumb right now, man.
I just had one the other day. I got one in my hand, and it like broke underneath my skin.
Oh, brother. Ricky J, he's hunting the bottom, trying to get around old Mac Daddy Keith MC in the 28.
Terry Scott a little further back, got to the inside of the 114, taking Chevy Chase with him. 49 of Braidfade looking, couldn't get there, so he's going to fall in line here.
All over the back bumper of Eli.
And these guys closed up a lot quicker than I thought. Nelly really caught these guys very quickly. So I guess that draft really is pulling them around this joint. More than we think, because Nelly is cooking it right now around this place.
Well, and Nelly was that bridge car between the two packs, right? And if he joins that front pack, I think it's going to spell disaster for that trailing pack.
I think you're right, because Monty Keller here is not really gaining on him at the moment. And if Nelly hooks up, this might just fracture into two groups.
Lovell's still trying to find his way around Robert Bauckham for the lead. Bauckham, third place finisher last night.
Bauckham's got a fast car here. You can see that he's hanging with that 118. He gets some really good runs off the turn. I think it's just... I think he's not showing his whole hand here right now. If he gets that run to the inside of the 118, he's probably going to take it, but I don't think he's going to push the issue.
Is it something to do with conserving the tires?
I don't know about conserving the tires, just sort of keeping your head about you for the whole race. We've seen it with these leaders so far. Anytime you make a charge for that lead, anytime someone makes a charge for the lead on you, if they get to your inside, you get caught on that outside, you don't have any trap, you're almost up in no man's land for a few minutes there. And even with a fast car, we saw it earlier with the 029, we saw it with the 28 earlier. You get caught in that outside line, you can lose 5, 6, 7 positions if you're not careful. And then you got to make all that ground back up.
And it's just a freight train because guys are just so hesitant to try to push you for a pass or stick with you because they don't want to have to lose that track position, lose time, and you're kind of out of luck.
Yeah, I don't think it's all these guys being hesitant. I think there's a factor too that there's kind of a back and forth happening. You see the 88.
Oh my goodness!
118, but can't pull it off just yet. There.
He just kept running with him up next to that wall. He was like, all right, you're going to go up here, I'm going to go up there too. Hanging all over that corner.
Robert thought. He saw the 88 there, and he was like, well, I guess he's to the inside of me. And the 88 was like, nope.
A little bit of a scuff of the wall there for the 18. Robert, stop. Don't hit the wall, buddy. I know you're watching.
Terry Scott racing with Monty Keller for the 8th position, so I think that's going to not be super good for this group. But, they're not doing. They need to be in a line here if they want to catch these guys. They're very much racing among themselves right now, which is kind of tough. It spells a tough time for them if they can't get this sorted together to track down this front group. Because this front group is just not separated at all.
Well, and they're clicking off really fast lap times right now.
Yeah.
Running single file like this and kind of being hesitant to try to make passes.
Now they're falling in line back there, so let's see if they can make a charge. But yeah, 28 to Keith MC really tight. You saw how close you got to the wall there, and you're just gonna let the 93 get to the inside. Get a push from RJ Rusty there in the 2. 2's gonna get to the inside of the 28 as well.
So Keith falling back here, and that helps that second pack if these guys stay double wide for a little bit. Slows those guys down, kind of splinters them up. Keith, though, going to get right in front of his teammate KJ in that 029.
Greg Lovell taking a little bit of a higher line entering the turn. Interesting choice there. I'm wondering if he's trying to get a really good run off, because it looks like he's getting a great run off right now. Getting
a lot of speed. I think he's going to try to build a pass off of 4 here. It seems like that's where he's a little bit better than Robert.
Robert Bockham getting tight here, coming off turn 4. You can see he's trucking it up towards the wall there, but the 88 follows him basically, so...
Well, and you have to follow him, right? You have to stay in his draft off the corner all the way down the straightaway as much as you can.
Yeah, but when he gets really tight, you just gotta duck to the bottom and you'll swing on by him.
Right, but if he was right on his back bumper, but since he wasn't...
Yeah. Right now, this second group's actually kind of stemmed the bleeding. 096 leading it. They're not losing time right now anymore. We'll see what they look like this time by, but they've stayed pretty static the last few laps. But now it looks like they're starting to form up here.
There you kind of see the gap there from our spectator cam at the top of the grandstands here at the Texas Motor Speedway, now in the condos.
Held basically even with them last time by, Joe.
And I think that's a good thing for them, because maybe those guys...
Yeah, you just need these guys to start racing a little bit and you'll catch them. It's just a matter of, when that happens, or if pit stops speed us to that.
Well, pit stops, that's a great equalizer too, right? Because guys have different takes on their approach to pit road and how aggressive they're going to be, and that kind of might, drop a couple cars off this lead group, maybe move a couple guys from that second group to make a kind of mixed mid group.
Yeah, Joe, we didn't really get to consider this much on Wednesday because the truck race had too many cautions for their B green flag pit stop. But that could throw a huge wrench into some of this pack racing we're seeing. It's tough to get on pit road here at Texas. You're cooking it around this place. These cars are very loose, and you're basically slamming on the brakes coming down to 45, 55 miles an hour. 55, I believe. So there's a lot of slowdown there. It's going to be tricky to get on pit road for these guys.
Up on Allie Ring, going to put her another lap down into the wall, staying out of the way. Good lapped car etiquette there from the 6 Discount Tire Dodge Challenger.
6 got a little bit grabbed by that wall, though.
A little too nice.
A little bit of wall glue there.
Looking like Jimmy Johnson in the IndyCar series. He's a little too nice.
Too nice. Nah.
Jimmy Johnson.
Good etiquette there.
Good etiquette by Ellie Rain.
28 getting back to the inside. The 2 of RJ Rusty here. Keith MC wanting to move back up through the field. It all starts with 1, and there's his first pass back to the front here. RJ Rusty going to lose 2 spots, possibly, with KJ getting on by him. Probably drop in front of Nelly here.
Yep, so drops in front of his teammate.
Yeah, it's weird that they're teammates, but they run different manufacturers.
Well, these are 2015 cars, so you're kind of running what you can.
Running what you're brunging. Ricky J looking to the inside of Greg Lovell. Great run here. He's going to get to the inside of the 088. That's going to put Lovell in a really tough spot here because the 28 is right on the back bumper. The 93, the 28 gets a little tight coming up the track, but Ricky J hit the grass a little bit there. You can see that it almost upset the car a skosh. But
just a skosh.
Trucking on by the 88 here. So that Voiles trucking machines trucking around here.
And again, a big thanks to Brian and Kathy Voiles and all the fine folks at Voiles Trucking for putting on this show for these fine folks here at the Bomb Squad Racing League, as we got a car around
54.
And that's going to be a caution. That was Robbie Nice's. Let's see what happened here. Have to think something not nice happened.
It just looked like he lost a car. Got very loose coming into turn 3 here and just was spun around. That car had some rear end damage earlier, so you got to wonder if maybe the aero wasn't totally correct on that vehicle.
Yeah, it's awkward, right? It's an awkward spin. Oh, Magoo doing a good job of avoiding that one. But caution number 3 on the night here for the 54 going around. Working lap 57. Now on to 48. Pit road about to be a busy place once again here tonight, Ricky.
It's gonna get busy here.
Busy, busy, busy.
Busy, busy, busy. Looking in chat here. I've seen some things I like here. Shout out to Rice Krispie Treats. I agree.
Monty Keller around in the grass. What happened there? A little love tap from Eli. Making sure. Oh, that's rough. Race off pit road. Robert Baucom really close. He's going to win it. Ricky J. Looked like KJ and Keith MC your top 4. Greg Lovell back in 5th. So while we have the caution, instead of doing a bunch of dead air, because Ricky and I are up here, we're scrambling at our notes. Bristol is reminding me to remind you fine folks at home to check out the JTN merch store and get yourself some JTN merch. We got our JTN logo merch. It's the cheapest merch because it's just our basic line for y'all that are maybe trying to ball on a budget and look fresh in that JTN swag. We got hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, as well as coffee mugs, so you can go check all those things out now on the JTN merch store. If you want to upgrade a little bit, check out our JTN race car merch. JoeTowNetwork, established 2020, yada, 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 with our black variant race car and our white variant race car. So check those both out. Those ones available as well on shirts, hoodies, and as stickers. Get you a link in just a second here, too. Make it a little easier on you. Throw it in chat. Bunch of shout-outs for Mr. Joseph Weaver in chat. How about that, Ricky?
Shout out to Glade Air Freshener. That is a quality product, and they should pay us.
Also, folks, make sure you check out the Fake Racers podcast here every week on JTN. Myself and David Hazard talk all things racing related. This past week, we talked about the Sonoma Cup Series race. Why presentation matters in motorsports. We took a look ahead at SRX, which debuts tomorrow night, 8 p.m. CBS. The IndyCar duel in the D on Belle Isle, as well as the Cup Series All-Star race, Truck Series, Xfinity Series affairs down here in Texas.
Yo, how many? No, wait, never mind. I was about to do the X's thing. I forgot what we did. We're going to go in circles here, and these guys are about to go in circles again too, as the pace car lights are off, and we are going green next time by. Look at the starting lineup here. Robert Baucom will lead him on the front row. BSR Ricky J in that second spot. Killjules in third. Keith MC in fourth. Greg Lovell in fifth. RJ Rusty in sixth. Nelly in seventh. Chevy Chase in eighth. Ninth, Braid Fade. And 10th will be BSR Terry Scott. Interested to see what Ricky J can do here on the outside. And what the 029 back there at Killjules can do, because we've seen it. This 029 is just set up really well for these restarts. I think he's going to get a really good launch here.
I'm going to try to get a really good launch here. You're going to have to get a really good launch here. Because if you can't get that lead while we're packed up, it gets harder and harder throughout the run. Baucom, they're going to have to get a good restart on the bottom, which has been the Achilles heel of a lot of these guys when it's their first time starting up on the front row for a evening of racing here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Field in turn 4 right now. Pace car making its way. It's going to take that hard left turn down the pit lane. And we get ready to resume racing action here from Texas. There it goes. Fans are happy. They're cheering. They're on their feet. We get ready to go back green flag racing. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Texas. Nice clean restart.
Yeah, nice clean restart. These two cars have dead heat here coming into turn 1. 18 wiggles a little bit up the track, a little loose on those cold tires.
I think it scared Ricky a little bit.
28 Keith MC really up the track there. He's going to lose a spot to RJ Rusty. Ricky J's got the draft though from the 029. He's going to throw it in deep here in turn 3 and see if he can get it to stick.
Gonna try to get it to stick. Doesn't look like it's going to stick. KJ got a little loose there through the center, so Ricky's going to lose all his push. Greg Lovell now getting in line. They're still side by side for the lead lap later.
Side for the lead here. KJ going to the inside, it looks like. So he's going to start drafting with that 118. Ricky J going to fall in line. Sees 029 and knows he's got to move in line here so that he doesn't lose this lead draft.
And there was a big,
he's still looking.
There was a big push of momentum. Now we're going to talk how to really understand this race. You got to think about it a lot like a super speedway, right? These are truck physics, and trucks a lot of times race like plate cars, right, Ricky? So you got to look for the momentum, you got to look for the runs, and you got to take advantage of them when you have them because they're so hard to get here in the physics of NR 2003. I know I cut you off, Ricky, and I apologize for that, but
how dare you? Now again. Right now, this is going to be fun. Right here, Ricky J still looking to the inside. You see, he's got that nose under the 18. We'll see if that can materialize into anything. Doesn't look like it does just yet. RJ Rusty doing the same thing in the 029 a little further back. Couldn't pull anything off just yet. But these guys are looking. They're looking all over the place. 49 to BSR Brain Fade looking down low in the 103. Getting a big push from Magoo here. Not going to have it just yet.
Eli to the inside, Monty Keller. Gonna make that pass work. It looks like off of turn 4.
AJ wiggles a little bit there. That's going to let the two RJ Rusty defenders to the inside of him for a third spot. Going to get a big push by Greg Lovell in the 88. So both these guys are going to go on by that 29 machine.
Good pass there. Good teamwork. Stay in line and work together.
Stay in line and work together. That's how you win races.
What key is that? Is it like 8?
I thought that was total team control.
No.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, it's an NR like X thing.
Yeah, you're right. I thought it was like a team controller in that EA Sports game, but
I mean, it is
different. That's work with me.
Well, and anytime I asked my teammates in NASCAR 06 and NASCAR 07 to work with me, they never did. So
they don't do anything. I don't get why.
I don't understand why it's in the game if it's not actually in the game. EA Sports will take your money.
If it's in the game, it's in the game. And you know who's in the game right now? BSR Ricky J. He's really been sizing up this leader here. Just been consistently getting lower down on the track than Bacham. I think that's really helping him keep that nose clear, get a little turn in that car, and he just keeps kind of tracking him down, coming out the exit of the turn. He just doesn't have the position to get to the inside of him just yet.
Just a little bit. You know, he just needs a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
What you can do, you can try to back up everybody for about a lap, and then try to get that good run. And I think these guys are going to be able to get around Bacham, and I know he's listening, so he'll probably start making adjustments and make this a snooze fest and try to dominate to the end of this one, Robert Bacham in that 18. But we always gas him up, man. We always gas him up, but
gas.
Oh man, I lost my train of thought. What I think that's the weak part for that 18. It's coming off of turn number 4. It seems like he washes up the track a little quicker than everyone else.
Ricky J's gonna get a good run here. He's almost there. He's got
there.
That nose to the inside. He's getting the push here. BSR Ricky J to the lead. Now the question is, how can Bacham stem the bleeding here? How many spots is he gonna lose? He really doesn't have any help up there. So 2's gonna get by him. 88's gonna get by him. Will the 029 let him in, or is he gonna get caught on the outside again?
He's gonna try to pass him. You gotta get around him. Send him to the back. Get him out of here. But look at who's in second. That's RJ Rusty in that too. Great night for that Medicine Chest Pharmacy's Ford Mustang.
Yeah, fantastic night for that 2 car. This would have been quietly making his way up through the field just on pure speed, and great to see him up here battling for the lead.
Always love to see those Penske numbers up front.
Again, a big push here by Greg Lovell in the 88. Straight up bumper to bumper, bump drafting down this back straightaway. He is very close in the back bumper of Ricky J there. Just can't get there just yet. But he's got pushing. He's got someone pushing behind him. 88 going low, looks like, though. Will Greg get to the inside of him? Looks like he's trying to, but he can't do it just yet. 029 jumps to the outside the 88. This is making me sweat a little bit, Joe. I'm getting a little bit sweaty under the collar here. It's just making me think of that bumper grab.
Bumper grab.
Those hit boxes.
Hey, that's why I asked you what was different, and you didn't say anything, so I was like, all right, I'll just bring it up, because I guess Ricky didn't do his homework. Give him one night off, folks, and KJ just got squeezed to the outside.
Yeah, KJ squeezed to the outside here. Robert Bockham getting back to the inside of him. Bockham going to try and make it a charge back to the front here. So where will this 2 go to get on by the 93 car? That is a big question. Can he do that, or is the 88 going to get to the inside of him? Because the 88 is just actually pushing him down these straightaways here.
Is he pushing it real good?
He's pushing it good. The two's not in the fence, so he's pushing them good as far as I care.
Pushing it real good.
Another big shove down the straightaway here. I think these guys are starting to figure something out with bump drafting. I'm noticing when you push a guy down the straightaway, it does actually help quite a bit with tracking down that leader. Looking to the inside.
Oh, there it is!
RJ Rusty, can he save it?
Save, but we're wrecking behind.
Keith MC hard into the wall. Looks like
Oh,
it's just
Monty
going to be the
Keller!
28. Looks like
my.
it's just a 28, but my goodness. Keith MC cannot catch a break.
Yeah. Well, of course, I think we all saw where this one started, and Ricky called it out a few laps ago, so call him Nostradamus.
It's more like I can't say it live on air. Never mind. Yeah, it just seemed like the 88 was pushing the 2 really good there. 88 had his nose. This is what we're talking about, bumper grab. He's looking to the inside. I don't think that's hit boxes. I think that's just physically
bumper grab.
That's a physically just bumper grab. He's pushing, the air's pulling him forward. He's getting a push from behind for the 118. He had his nose a little far down there on the 2, and I think it pulled his car forward just enough that when he made contact with the 2 again, it gave him a bad shot. And that's the thing about bump drafting in the travel there. It gets a little bit dicey sometimes, and you gotta be really careful about it. Fantastic job by Rusty to hang on to that, though. Very unfortunate for Keith in the 28, because he really had nowhere to go. He checked up for the 29. Chevy Chase gets to the inside of him. He's checking up 2, but kind of make contact, sends him into that outside wall.
Well, hey, bright side, moderate damage.
Yeah, so he can get that fixed.
Easy fix.
Easy.
Think about it like composite bodies versus the, steel bodies.
It's one of those things, Joe. It's a big monkey's paw bump drafting when you're in a big drafty track like this. It's not Daytona or Dega. Is that really helps the guy in front of you make moves, but it's tricky. Sometimes you kind of get caught in a situation like that where the car just keeps moving forward and the guy in front of you moves up a little bit, and next thing you know, just grip and rip.
Yep. Why do you have a monkey's paw? Ricky J gonna win the race off pit road.
I like monkeys, okay?
Lovell, KJ, and Bockham your top 4 off. Old Mac Daddy getting some extra repairs down there in that Busch Ice Ford Mustang. I think KJ was second out. Yeah. Did I say that? I think I said it right. Everybody's friends here. There is no hostilities.
Everyone just having a
Why can't
just having a
we
dang old
be
fun
friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I can't
we be friends?
Okay. I can't hit those notes, and you know I can't hit those notes, and you're asking me to hit those notes.
Yep. All my exes live in Texas, Ricky.
That's... You know what's great, Joe? We get to do that again next week.
We get
tomorrow, too.
28 taking a bathroom break. We get to do it tomorrow. We get to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I think we get to leave Texas and go to Chicagoland.
Yeah, all my exes live in Chicago next week. Look, all my exes live in Texas, but sweet home Chicago.
Yep. Sweet home Chicago. Like that, right?
No, I was talking about the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, I know. It went r/whoosh over my head. Tempers are flaring in Texas. I don't want to see another Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon fight, because my oh my. If I wanted to see two old men fight, I'd go to the VA in town. Oh! Up, up. Did you figure it out?
I didn't take figuring it out. I just it's out of nowhere. But
No, but honestly, support your local VA. No, seriously. I've been struggling for a few years now. Well, let's get you to our upcoming races here on JTN, presented by our friends at TWB Technologies. Together, we are better. June the 12th, the USORL Cup Series. That's tomorrow night. Right here, back at the Texas Motor Speedway, 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time there. It's race 2 of the round of 8 of the Season 7 playoffs. It's going to be a great one. Join me, Ricky, and Tommy for the call. Maverick Cup Series action makes its debut Monday night, June 14th at Sears Point, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time there. 12 cars entered for that one already, we know. June 16th, or 15th rather. Yeah, it's a 5. It's kind of small on my screen. Hobo Cup Series from Texas. Then June 16th, ASR All-Star Race from the Texas Motor Speedway. It'll be a fun one. We'll have qualifying and whatnot kicking off at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time, and a shorter 20% race there. And then the Bomb Squad Cup Series from Chicagoland next Thursday night. Of course, all those races live only on JTN, and you'll have to put up with me for every single one of those races, because this is the JoeTowNetwork, and Bristol has to produce, and well, we're a package deal, Ricky. We're a package deal. Just like it seems like the lead and Ricky J have been a package deal here in Bomb Squad as of late. He'll lead us back to green with KJ there to the outside. Greg Lovell, Robert Blockham, and Nelly, your top 5. The field makes their way off of turn number 4. Fans are on their feet, waving their hats, waving their programs. Some of them are even waving the kids. Wait for that green flag to be dropped. There it is, and we're once again, what? And then I bungled it. We'll just move on.
We're on a roll here.
I just talked for like 2 laps straight, so, you know. Ricky J, though, doing a good job here on the restart, holding KJ at bay. KJ, big wiggle up the track off of 2.
Okay.
Oh!
I just see Pete 18's around 103 into the inside wall.
Under caution once again here, lap 70.
My goodness.
No hard hits there.
No hard hits, but man, it's scaring me.
I guess
Stop scaring me.
I guess when Ricky gets to the lead is when they start crashing, because that's what we saw last night. So KJ gonna get in the wall, Blockham coming up the track, getting tight off the corner, maybe loose, I don't know. One of the two. And there's big contact there. We completely missed it. Bristol was really trying to fetch you those replays real quick here. Try it again. There's a camera on top of the backstretch grandstand. Oof. Wrong place, wrong time there for the 18 and the 103.
Yeah. A tough break for both. But on the bright side, we said soft hits. Now we wait.
Now we wait.
Now we wait.
How do you do your wait?
I wait by crossing my thumbs and going, wait. These guys coming down pit road, getting tires. Nelly, KJ, Keith FC, Braid Fade, Robert Bockham. There's guys I think that were involved in that incident primarily. Not all of them. A few of them. I don't think the 49, the 029 were. Well, the 029 needed repairs. 28. I don't think was involved in that. But come down, grab some tires.
Hey, I will never object to for Mr. Feelgoods.
I will not either. I enjoy me some Mr. Feelgoods.
Folks, you know them, you love them. It's our friends at Circle B Diecast and PlanBSales.com. Make sure you use the code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. When you do that, you'll also be helping support us here on JTN. So make sure, whenever you're in the market for some new diecast, t-shirts, hats, anything racing related, any series, head on over to our friends at CircleBDiecast.com and use that code JTN again on your purchase of $20 or more. If it's a pre-order, you're not charged until it ships. So if it doesn't make production, you don't have to worry about getting a refund. I know that's always the big fear for a lot of people when pre-ordering diecast. Hey, what if it doesn't make production? No worries there. They don't charge you when you place the order. They only charge you once the diecast ships to your home. So again, check out our friends at CircleBDiecast.com and use that code JTN for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Working lap 73. Reports from the 18, no damage. We're going to have to drive back up through the field, which is a tall task, but we've seen this guy that's out front, Ricky J, able to do it. So I would not put it past Robert Bockham, KJ, old Mac Daddy, Keith MC to also be able to do it. Or any of these guys, really. Silently up inside that top 5, you see it towards the back of your screen. It's the 144 of Magoo and the CB's Chevrolet. He told me he doesn't let anyone wreck that race car. It's very important to him, Ricky.
Yeah, well, of course you don't want anyone to wreck the race car. It's a race car. You know how much money that costs? You don't wreck those.
This is pre-composite bodies, too.
Yeah, you have a big old heap of metal there.
Big old chunk. But pace car lights are off, so you'll have to... We'll stop talking about useless crap that you don't care about. And we'll get ready to go back green flag racing next time. Ricky J, Greg Lovell, row 1. RJ Rusty, Eli, row 2. Row 3 is Magoo and Chevy Chase, Terry Scott and Keith MC. Row number 4. Row 5, Brain Fade and Robert Bockham. Row 6, Monty Keller and Nelly. And then KJ rounding out the back of your field here. How many cars are left?
Well, let me see.
13.
13.
I do not see the 54 anymore, so that means Robbie Nices has finished 14th, Allie Rain 15th, Silver Bullet after the engine expired 16th, Furco 17th, and Manny D going to finish 18th on the night. Our retirees so far this evening. Just over halfway in this one, folks. Strap in, reach up there, pull those belts tight one more time. And maybe a couple more after that, because we are getting ready to go back green flag racing from No Limits Texas. Fans once again on their feet, haven't used their seats because the racing has been so good here tonight. Pace car makes its way down the pit lane, and we get ready to go back green flag racing action. Ricky J leading us down into the restart zone in his Voiles Trucking Mustang, and we're back away here from Texas.
Ricky J gets a great start here. Gotta clear the 88 coming to turn 1 easily.
And that's big because we've seen so many times tonight the guy on the outside on the front row able to hang with that guy on the bottom, and it really hurts the guy on the bottom as the run goes on. Magoo now looking for third to the inside of Greg Lovell.
Looking to the inside, but Lovell's gonna hang on to it just for now, it looks like.
Around back, Bockham still trying to get the outside to work, getting around Terry Scott. Monty Keller now trying to do the same thing. Big time wheel from that 66 Camry.
The for our single file. Terry Scott to the inside. The 028 of Monte Carlo there makes the pass. 29 KJ blinking big time right now, but it looks like it's starting to clear up.
And Error 54 still out on track. Must have been having some transponder issues, but he is back out there. Robbie Nices. Top 4 all underneath the blanket once again. And now we see the strung out field, and we know we're right on the edge of the field. We know we're going to need one stop at least. It's, what, 31-33 on a tank of fuel. What does that mean for these drivers, Ricky?
You might not want to push your hand too much then if we're that close on fuel. You might want to just sort of ride around here, save some in the draft there. It's really only a detriment to the leader at that point.
I think
RJ Rusty looking to the inside. He wants that lead. He's going to the inside of Ricky J.
It's always funny. They hear us talk about field strategy, and suddenly the leader doesn't want to be the leader.
He's got a big push.
Big push there from the 88 of Lovell. Going to get the lead. RJ Rusty in the 2 Ford Mustang. Lovell going to get through to second as well. Magoo going to try to look for third. He's going to allow Ricky J, though, to get it in line. Going to try to learn from that 193. Nice is coming back down pit road. A lot of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle down the front straightaway right now, Ricky.
A lot of wiggle, wiggle, but I think they're just trying to break that draft.
How much does it really help, though? I mean...
a little bit it helps.
I feel like you lose more speed because you're scrubbing it going side to side trying to break the draft. Especially with these physics where it's so much about momentum. Everyone underneath a blanket, too. So if a guy has a run, he can pounce very easily. Robert Block to the inside, and Eli going to try to take Terry Scott with him.
We'll try to take Terry Scott with him around this place.
Here's Scott down to the bottom of Eli.
Yeah, he comes at 66 to the inside of him. We'll see if he can make that pass coming through turn 3. It looks like he doesn't. It looks like he's got to clear him there. So 114 now going to fight with Monte Keller. He's going to start losing some spots here because he's going to get hung up on that outside.
And it's a lonely place.
Greg Lovell going to the inside of the 2. Sorry to cut you off there, Joe. Lovell wants this lead.
I don't think they care about the gas. I really don't.
They might just be waiting on another caution, to be honest.
Yeah, but what if it never comes? Maybe they used up all their cautions. Magoo now to the inside. RJ Rusty for third.
Guys all starting to move around quite a bit around here, to be honest. Just a lot of bobbing and weaving. And the 028 of Monte Keller's run takes the 114 hard at the outside wall, and that's going to be our next caution, Joe. 49 of Brain Fade around to the back straightaway, hard down to the inside wall.
3 cars all tore up off of turn number 2. We fetch you the replay.
I think 114 is going to be done for.
Monte Keller there through the center. Doesn't look like Eli hits him at all. Nowhere to go, though. Gets into him after that 028's going around. Eli, big time damage to the motor. That's a race killer.
Yo, Joe, I actually do think the 114 hit him.
Do you?
More I'm looking at this. I don't know if the 028 had to check up at all. It seems like
I know he hit him, but I think the 028 was loose, it looked like. Let's go from the helicopter.
No, I really think it looks like he was going a little slower.
Oh, yeah,
than 114.
I see what you're saying.
114 had a lot of steam there. Just a very, very light touch to the back bumper to cause that spin. So it's not ever so slight of a tap, but these cars are so loose right now.
And I think that would be Eli's second, so good etiquette there. What happens to Brain Fade? Gonna get caught up in this one. Just barely gets clipped by Monte Keller. Big impact to the outside wall with the rear end of that car, and then the nose into the inside wall. And Brain Fade came into tonight Third in the points to get one of those trophies in the last spot. Not being able to finish this one is definitely going to be a big... Or not having damage now in this one's going to be a big detriment to try to lock up that third place trophy. We still got KJ running out back, too. So it is going to be a close one, Ricky. Everyone down on pit road, though, to take advantage of this caution. Lovell going to be the first out of pit road, Ricky J, and then it looks like Keith MC third.
'54, Robbie Nice's, I almost said, I did it again. 7 laps down in front of the field right now. Let's see if he tries to get a wave around on this.
Well, he should be the lucky dog, so.
Yeah. Oh, BSR Ricky J speeding on pit road, dropping back here.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
That's going to be tricky. He's got to come back now. You know, at the moment, there's only 12 cars on the lead lap. It's not an incredibly daunting task for the 93 at this point, I wouldn't think.
You just have to hope that everything kind of stays bunched up. And you have to hope that you guys got guys behind you that are willing to push you and willing to follow you. Because that's part of it, too. If you got a guy that's fast, push him. Because you can follow him right on through the hole, Ricky. We've seen that all night long. It seems like guys that have been able to make their way to the front, it's been because they've kind of rode on the coattails of another guy. That guy uses up his tires, getting to the front, and then that second guy gets up there, gets the lead, and then he can just kind of cruise and kind of manipulate the air a little bit to make sure he stays out front, driving on that bubble.
Driving on that babble.
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 Isn't babble a thing?
Yeah, like you babbling, like babble, babble, babble.
What are you babbling on about, Ricky?
What are you babbling on about, Joe?
I don't know, but folks, make sure if you haven't already, we appreciate you guys tuning in so much here on a Friday night. We are JTN. I'm Joe Towinski. He's Ricky Klepp. Bristol is our dog producer, the best one in the business, by the way. We're here with Bomb Squad Racing, finishing off the Texas Triple. Coming into tonight, the 029 at KJ is races 1 and 2 is pretty much, we feel like, is in a really good spot to win the first place, win the Texas Triple overall. Terry Scott came into tonight second with 82 points, and then third in points was the 49 of Brain Fade, who was just involved in that last caution. It gets really close in third because fourth with 75 points is Magoo. You see him riding there in third in the 144 CB's Chevrolet Camaro. Fifth at 73 points is Keith MC, who's there on the outside of the front row. And then sixth, we got a tie between Greg Lovell. In sixth, we have Greg Lovell and Silver Bullet, but Silver Bullet has already retired here tonight. So guys still vying to get up into that top 3, and if they can get into that top 3, they're going to get a trophy sent to them to commemorate their accomplishment here in the Texas Triple, presented by, again, our friends at Voiles Trucking. A big thank you to Kathy Voiles and all those fine folks at Voiles Trucking, including Brian Voiles. I've been told to also thank him. But I've also been told that Kathy's the real person, you know. A woman behind the curtain. Really does all the work, so we want to make sure we give her a big shout out here tonight. Greg Lovell, though, with control here on the restart. Keith MC to the outside. Magoo, Chevy Chase, Robert Buckham, Kilojoules, RJ Rusty, Terry Scott, Nelly, Monty Keller, Brain Fade. Robbie Nice's 6 laps down. Rounding out your field, still out there on the track, going to gain a spot or 2 before this one is over. All right, so we know we're good to go on one more stop to the end of this one. That makes this restart so important because it just might be our last before we could potentially get those green flag pit stops. Pace car going to take the hard left turn down the pit lane. Fans ready to see some green flag racing resume. We wait to enter our restart zone. Lovell with control, and back away we go. Green flag once again from Texas. And a big time check up there from the 28.
28 looked like he spun his tires a little bit. That's going to let Magoo get to the second spot here. I haven't been talking about Magoo that much. He was fast in the truck race on Wednesday. He's got a fast car here. Finally in the top 2 position, making a charge of the lead on the 88.
Robert Bauckham now back up to 3rd. He's going to fade low to try to block any type of run from the 28. KJ moving his way. He's back up to 6th.
44 moved a little bit up the turn there. We'll see if that gets him a good run coming off. Closing in on the 88. Not going to have enough space to make the pass, I don't think, this time by. But he's got to be careful, though. That 118 of Robert Bauckham is coming.
And we know Bauckham has a lot of speed, has led a lot here tonight.
Joe, I'm noticing something. Magoo's like he's running a lane up the track so that he can basically diamond it down. Like, just pull it down the track and hit that paint exiting the turn. Gives him a really good drive off when it works.
And that drive off, it helps you so much because, again, we've talked about draft, and draft being the great equalizer, but also, if you got just a little more raw speed coming off the corner based on your line, based on your setup, that's never going to hurt you.
No, not at all.
Get an update. Ricky J is also, he is taking that 193 Voiles Trucking Mustang to the garage.
That's very unfortunate. They've had a fast car all night.
So watching the battle for the lead, Lovell with control. Magoo there, all over his back bumper. I almost said tailgate, but Robert Bauckham starting to stalk the 144 of Magoo there in 3rd.
Yeah, 118's been tracking him down, but the 114's tracking the 88 down. Now back on the back bumper of Greg Lovell here.
Magoo in that 144 trying to find his way around Lovell. If he can get around him, I think he's going to be in a good spot because then Bauckham is going to have a harder task at hand to get back into the lead himself. So Magoo's still trying to find a way. There's not a lot of help behind him, and I think that's the biggest detriment right now. Reports Ricky J had other prior commitments to get to that were more important than racing. What a lad.
Yeah, no problem.
What a lad.
What a lad. Magoo staying close to this leader. Robert Bauckham hasn't been able to close in just yet on that 144. I think with the draft, it's a matter of time. You see him coming pretty close down the straightaway here. Yeah, this guy's coming up on the 54. Robbie Nice is, who's going to go up high here and let these guys on by.
Nice is doing the nice thing to let those guys by, and big contact in the wall, up and over. It's Keith. Oh my goodness. That was violent.
28 involved in that.
That was violent. It looks he's gonna try to drive away. There he goes.
Joe, it looks like he just lost it.
That was a hard hit. Glad to see that he's still conscious after that one. Watch this, folks.
Yeah, it just gets loose here, tries to save the car, snaps hard right, 160 miles an hour into that outside wall, just starts flipping.
Big hit.
Hey, so who's the first in chat that's gonna say Michael McDowell for that?
That's I guess
because that was like pound for pound the exact same impact there. Just in turn 4, but the car rolled over the exact same way too.
Yeah, well, and Keith doesn't have any. There's no safer barriers at this version of Texas either.
Yeah, that's not something you want to do with this version of Texas. No safer barrier. It's not soft.
Here's our visor cam now that we know that Keith is okay. A little dizzy after watching that one. Crazy that no one else hit him. It looks like Monty Keller, though, got spun through the grass, but is able to drive away. But a heavy hit race off pit road. Cars going over. KJ almost spinning off the pit road. Those troubles for the 029 continue down there on the pit lane. But everyone gets away okay. Lovell, though, he's going to line up. He's going to have the lead again here on the restart. KJ there Robert Bauckham. Magoo had lost 2 spots on pit road. Not a good sign for that 144 Camaro. You hate to see it.
Yep. Very unfortunate, but still got some time left in this. We've seen how much the draft plays into it, so
yep.
Just have to kind of keep his nose to the grindstone here.
Folks, can't thank you enough for taking some time out of your Friday night to come watch some great racing here with the Bomb Squad Racing League Xfinity Series here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Again, this is race 3 of the Texas Triple. Make sure if you haven't already, you're subscribed to us here on JTN. We do actually, we pull really good numbers with our subscribers. Usually make up about 50 to 60% of our viewership for these broadcasts. So can't thank you folks enough for just being so dedicated, coming out here and watching these races with us. And chat has been very, very active tonight. Can't thank you enough for that as well, because it always makes our experience up here in the booth that much better. Although, I do see 15 concurrent viewers right now, and only 9 likes, so what's up with that? Make sure if you haven't already, hit that like button on the video. The likes really help us, right, Ricky? Because it appeases the YouTube algorithm, and we all know all the fine folks here on YouTube, they just love to appease the almighty YouTube algorithm. But when you do that, liking the video, watching the video, all that stuff, making sure you're subscribed, it just helps us continue to kind of get our channel, get our races, get these drivers an even bigger audience as we kind of progress here. We're a year into this, Ricky. It's crazy. We're over a year into it now, and can't thank all the folks. We started with nothing, and now we're up to 620 subscribers, on our way to 650. See Eli Eliason in chat. That's Eli 114. Had a tough night there. Eli, we're so sorry to see that, but glad you're okay. Glad you're in good spirits for the night. Glad to see you tuning in here on JTN too. After climbing out of the race car, always love to get the drivers in chat too. They can kind of correct us when we're wrong for the viewers at home. So pace car lights are off. We'll be going back green flag racing on lap number 98 of 134, just outside of our fuel window, so maybe a little bit of saving, but also probably too much to try to save to the end. That's your cue, Ricky.
Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Coming back green here, Greg Lovell will lead them. Seems familiar, Joe. Greg Lovell and KJ on the front row. 29 a big rally back in the second position here.
Big rally back and trying to, again, sweep the races here at Texas this week. Trying to make sure no one else takes a trophy home like he does. So Lovell again with control here. We saw Keith in that 28 really struggle on the outside on the last restart. He's towards the back, had that huge hit. Glad to see him A-OK after that one, still competing out there on the track. Looks like they got that car kind of fixed. Hopefully the moderate damage plays ever so in his favor. Gonna have to rally though, because he's got a lot of great drivers out here in front of him that are going to be real tough to pass. Pace car makes its way down the pit lane. Lovell with control here on the restart as we get ready to enter our restart zone, and back away we go. Green flag once again here from Texas.
Lovell gets a big jump on KJ here, and Robert Bauckham's going to go with him.
Bauckham to the inside, a kilojoules for second, trying to make that work. KJ, though, strong on the outside as Bauckham gets loose off of 2.
But they're out here, KJ to the inside of Lovell. 029.88 side by side coming down the back straightaway here. Kilojoules going to throw it in deep into the turn. Can he make it stick? Hits the apron a little bit. That's going to let Lovell get a big run, and Bauckham's going to get to the inside of the 029.
Big mistake there from KJ. Losing spots quick, really holding up. Now Magoo in that 144. Bauckham to second. Chevy Chase looking for third. And he'll take it now. RJ Rusty to the inside of KJ for fourth.
RJ Rusty gets on by KJ here. KJ's going to fall in line, but we'll see if Magoo can do anything. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. So 144 probably going to settle in line right here. see if KJ can rally back, but Chevy Chase, the 096, right on the back bumper of this 18 car coming through the tri-oval here. You got to think that 096 wants a shot at this lead.
Gotta think, I don't think he's been up there really as a contender tonight so far, so great to see Chevy making his way back to the front. But again, finished top 3 Wednesday night. We know they're similar setups because of the same physics, so not surprised at all to see the 096 up hunting for the lead late in this one.
Screaming through the trial here, hitting lap 101 of 134 tonight. Only 34 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Greg Lovell leading them all right now, but man, Robert Bauckham is not letting them get away.
Not letting them get away at all. Their pack starting to form back together all throughout. We're getting back into that conga line that is oh so tricky to navigate.
To navigate, but these guys are all looking. That you see they keep spreading out when they hit the tri-oval and the straightaways here. They're left and right, looking around. No one can really make a move just yet because of the draft. And the grand equalizer of it all.
The grand equalizer indeed.
Yeah, a little bit up the track compared to the last few laps. It's gonna let the 18 get a good run here, come through the tri-oval. But again, just can't get that run just yet in a position where he can get his nose to the inside. But you see it again, how well Bauckham is hanging on to that low line coming through the turns.
And why is that so advantageous? Is it just grip down there in the track? Is it you got the banking to kind of help you with that? What is it that makes that low line so dominant here at Texas?
There were just grip, I think. I mean, inherently, that's the shortest way around the racetrack.
Oh my gosh!
So. Boo. No, it's true, and that's not always the case. But usually, sticking to the low line is that strategy at a big bank track like this. And with Texas, there's definitely a lot of grip down there, a lot of grip right by the paint if you can run those tires down there. So I think that's really what these guys are swinging for. That being said, you don't need to be running it to be fast, but you can see every time someone ventures down there and gets a car to stick, oh boy, they get a good run.
A good run indeed, folks. Can't thank you enough for tuning in here tonight on JTN. Watching the battle for the lead heat up with 30 to go in this one. I'm Joe Swansky. He's Ricky Collette once again here in the booth at the Texas Motor Speedway Race 3 of the Texas Triples. We got contact between
goes around.
No.
096 gets a contact with a 2-2 hard into the outside wall.
No. Oh.
49 hard contact.
No.
Oh no.
There's a lot.
My goodness, Joe.
Right side. We're good on fuel when we pit here.
Oh yeah, on the bright side.
Well, this is just a tree.
Everyone just wrecked, but on the bright side, you make out fuel.
Hey, I'm always trying to look at the positives. That always helps you. And like, Bauckham just goes deeper into the corner, gets into Lovell up there in the wall. No one hits him, thankfully.
Yeah, just you seen it. Baukham's been able to get very close here, and it looked like it actually, Joe. It looks like Lovell actually gets loose before Bauckham gets there.
So that maybe is why it looks like Bauckham goes so deep into the corner.
Yeah, Lovell steps out here. Enters the turn a little high. Bauckham does too, but it seems like Lovell steps out a little bit in the rear end, has to check up for it, and the 18 just gets into the back of him there, and then they both take a hard shot to that outside wall. A little further ahead, Chevy Chase gets an RJ Rusty trying to save it, and 49, nowhere to go on that. Very unfortunate.
Chevy Chase down on the apron, just trying to save his own car. RJ Rusty, unfortunately, there, and there's the big hit from Brain Fade.
Well, Joe, this changes everything.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Everyone down on pit road right now. KJ gonna win the race off. Looks like the 28 has retired.
Very unfortunate.
Chevy looks like he's going to take an end of the longest line as well. So move kilojoules back to the point. Magoo there in second. Nelly, Terry Scott, Monty Keller, Robert Blockham, Craig Lovell, RJ Rusty. Brain fade down there on pit road right now. But the force definitely is strong with KJ in this 029. Like what I did there? I always liked Legos, man. I like
Legos. They click into place.
I was taking the Legos out actually last week because I was bored. And we still got all our Legos because I never throw Legos away. Because they'll always be good. And, you know, they're just fun to build with, you know. That's where a lot of people get their start with their love for, like, engineering and whatnot. So, get some Legos for your kids if you want them to be a rich engineer. I don't know.
You're really trying to get those Lego bucks.
Dude, if Lego sponsored us and I could get some free Lego sets to build, oh my goodness.
I would do eat the blocks.
I'll send you some. I would do reviews and everything about it. Actually, when I was growing up, dog named Cletus, and he ate crayons and stuff, and he ate Legos a couple times. Oh man, poor guy. Brings a whole new meaning to that phrase that I'm thinking about that you're definitely thinking about. Hitting bricks.
Hitting bricks.
Just add an S. Just add water. But, KJ gonna have control here. He's gonna take the outside this time on the restart. He's been pretty good out there throughout the night. I've been surprised that he's the only guy, really, when he has the choice to take the outside. But, man, oh man. NASCAR 18, I got all kinds of Hot Wheels, too. And obviously, if you're a fan of the channel here, got all kinds of diecast reviews, and I still got all kinds of diecast. You can even see them in the Fake Racers podcast. I have them all hanging on the wall, NASCAR diecast, and I still go down to the toy aisle every time I'm in the supermarket. You know, when you go to Walmart, Meijer, Target. What stores do you have up there? Weiss's or something?
Nope.
Weiss's?
No, what are you
Wegmans?
smoking? I don't have a Weiss's. I don't have Wegmans.
Publix? No, not Publix, probably.
No.
I don't know.
You are way off with all of these. None of these are in my area.
No, not you. I'm naming off stores, okay? The world doesn't revolve around you, Ricky.
Yes, it does. Around New England, it does.
Yeah, actually, our media and our news is pretty Northeast-centric.
Because Northeast is the best east.
Northeast is the beast.
Northeast is the beast.
You missed that one. You missed that one. So, layup. What? Absolute layup right there. Well, all right, KJ Magoo, row 1. Nelly, Terry Scott, row 2. Monty Keller, Robert Blockham, RJ Rusty. And then it'll be Brain Fade, Chevy Chase, Greg Lovell, Robbie Nices, who's a couple laps down still. Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing on lap 110 of 134. Pace car gonna make its way down the pit lane. KJ with control on the outside. We wait for that green flag to be dropped. And we're back underway here at Texas.
KJ gets a good start, but Magoo's hanging with him. We'll see if this gets Magoo the lead as he throws it in deep here into turn 1.
Magoo looking for a good run, gets loose on the bottom. That's going to allow KJ to take control of this race. Magoo going to have to try to hold on for second. They're too wide for third behind him, which will definitely be a benefit for Monty Keller up to fourth now.
Yeah, I think Magoo's car's just a hair too loose on those cold tires. As soon as it warms up, he's good to roll. But Nelly hits the apron, stacks it up. Monty Keller gets shot out of the apron. Nelly around on the apron.
We're still going. He's out of the way. Caution remains in the back pocket. But Nelly... Oh, man.
Very unfortunate for Nelly.
Whoa, Nelly. We'll get a replay here in a second. Once we get single file. Lovell, though, going to get by Monty Keller. We're single file. Let's get you a replay of what happened there. You saw it live. But I think the big problem here, Nelly got to get on the apron. Here's the replay. That's going to kind of check him up. Monty Keller there behind him makes a little bit of contact. Nelly still trying to hold on to it. Goes down the pit lane. There might be a penalty there as well.
Robert Bauckham to the inside, the 2 here, dove it in deep, going through the tri-oval, made the pass. So Bauckham moving up here, starting to challenge Magoo for that second spot. AJ a little further up the track than some of these guys. Magoo's going to get right there on the back bumper of that Camaro. He's there, but Robert Baukham's looking deeper, getting a big push from the 2. These guys got to be careful that they don't stack it up. We saw that earlier.
Magoo down to the inside for the lead. He's got to make the pass through turn 2, so move, Magoo. CB's Camaro to the front.
144's just got to defend, make sure he hits his marks here. That 18's been fast, but the 18's fast down low on that low line. He wants to make sure that he's hitting those points too.
AJ falling back, not what you want to see. Gets back in line. Finally, Chevy Chase now to the inside of RJ Rusty for third.
You can see that 144 is just trying to shake the 18 any way he can. The 18 gonna get an amazing run here off the turn 2. He's coming.
Doing a little bit of a dance, doing a little bit of a jive, trying to break the draft.
Doing a little bit of a dance, just trying to break the draft.
Baukham's there.
Turn. Baukham's in there. He's on the inside. He's going to make the pass, but here comes the 96 and Chevy Chase with the 18. Is he going to try to take the lead here?
Well, he's, yes. I mean, what, Ricky, you're a race car driver. You're always trying to take the lead in the race.
Bauckham got tight there coming out turn 2. The 096 is now right there for position. Bauckham gets loose.
No!
Oh, gets the 096, 88's in it. Oh, Magoo just gets through it, kind of. Oh, 29 KJ's in the wall.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. And, Joe, I think that was the exact same thing we saw earlier. Robert Bauckham, the rear end of the 18 machine, just stepped out just a little bit. And, 096, nowhere to go. You can see it. Bauckham entered the turn very high, tried to bring it down the track, and it just seems like the car over-rotated a bit. Had to check up for it, and Chevy Chase nowhere to go.
He's all tore up on the back end, so is
very unfortunate.
Lovell not so bad, but Bauckham, that rear end is all tore up on the 18.
Yeah, Lovell's not. That's very unfortunate for Lovell because he had a very fast car too. A lot of these guys were leaders all night, and now they're all banged and battered, and they're gonna have to come down pit road. Even if they can get those things repaired, they're gonna have to kind of sit there for a while. They're gonna be at the back of the grouping here.
This changes everything once again.
This really does. So RJ Rusty put on point. Terry Scott in second. Monty Keller in third. How about that? Had a bit of a race of attrition here tonight.
Here's what happened with KJ. He's gonna hit the apron. RJ Rusty gets in the back of him, nowhere to go. Be able to get on by. Monty Keller almost absolutely killed the 029. No fault of his own, of course. Just, you know, still up at speed trying to drive through that wreck because, man, they just kept wrecking there that time.
Yeah, that was nuts, Joe. What's nuts?
What kind of nuts?
Macadamia.
Not my favorite. All right, race off pit road. Chevy Chase gonna win it. RJ Rusty, Monty Keller, Terry Scott.
Man, they got Chevy Chase on off pit road quick. I'm wondering, 196 only took 2 tires. I'm wondering if that's not by design there, Joe, because there was no damage repaired on that car either.
I have to think probably not by design.
I'm thinking that's not by design. So we'll see what happens, but that 096 came on pit road, took 2 tires, and then immediately took off again. And you gotta think that thing's hurting right now. They're probably gonna get down there and at least pull the fenders on it, see if they can kind of get it loose. Greg Lovell ended up getting off pit road relatively quick, so that 88 looks like it'll live to fight another day here. But KJ's still down on pit road, just sitting there, and it looks like, oh my goodness, very unfortunate for these guys.
Chevy coming back down pit road. Well, folks, it may be sad and unfortunate for a lot of the drivers out on track tonight, but Fortunately for you, you're going to have all kinds of racing to watch this weekend, whether it's real racing, IndyCar, NASCAR trucks, IMSA, NASCAR Xfinity, SRX, NASCAR All-Star. You're covered there, but we also got you covered here on JTN from the virtual world, presented by our friends, of course, at TWB Technologies. Together, we are better. Our upcoming races here on JTN. Next time we're live, well, it's tomorrow night, 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time. USORL Cup Series action from, well, right here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Race 2, round of 8. Someone going to try to lock themselves into the Championship 4 at Homestead, June 26th. Then we get Sunday off here on JTN. Well, by we, I mean me. We're going to have the Maverick Cup Series on Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the tentative start there from Sears Point. Going to be a fantastic night of road course racing with myself and Ricky. June 15th, that's Tuesday, Hobo Cup Series action returns from the Texas Motor Speedway. Again, we're right back here in Texas, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. ASR All-Star race at Texas, then Wednesday, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time there, and then back with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from Chicagoland, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time next Thursday. Of course, all of these races live only on JT. And if you see it somewhere else, it's not us. It's fake. Because these races, Ricky, what are they?
They are. Oh, God, I'm drawing a blank.
Live only on JTN.
Oh, I thought you were going to say big in Texas or something.
Well, everything's bigger in Texas, but I don't think the fans at home need us to remind them of that.
Rolling the dice at Texas.
Hey, you might, if you say that enough times, you summon a Tommy Bordeaux. Or no, Kurt Montgomery. Sorry, you'll summon a Kurt Montgomery from his grave. RJ Rusty, though, with control here on the restart. Monty Keller there in second. Terry Scott Magoo make up row number 2. Robert Bauckham and Nelly in row 3. Row 4, Greg Lovell and Brain Fade. And then row 5, KJ and Chevy Chase. Robbie Nice is still out there trudging along, picking up those spots as these guys retire from these incidents. Just staying out of everybody's way. Doing a great job out there in that 50 Ford here tonight. What are you looking for here, Ricky?
A good restart for that 2 car. That's really going to be...
crucial.
Yeah, it's really going to be crucial here.
Ricky Johnson tuning in. Said yeet. What does that mean?
I believe the kids are saying it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I wouldn't know. RJ Rusty, I do know RJ Rusty going to have control here on the restart in that 2 Medicine Chest Pharmacies Ford Mustang. Getting ready to go back green flag racing, and back away we are. Once again here at Texas. Just over.
Great restart.
Great restart. Got clear of Monty Keller. Makes it easy. He can just go down into 1 and hit his marks. Now side by side for second.
Side by side for second here. Terry Scott trying to get to the inside. Monty Keller. Monty Keller, big wiggle here. Let's see if we can hang on to it. He's got very loose coming off the turn, and he hangs on to it. 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Big move from Greg Lovell, getting to the back bumper of Terry Scott, trying to push him by Magoo for third. Big wiggle there from Nelly. Almost made contact with the 88. KJ now to his inside for that position. Now Lovell to the inside of Terry Scott for fourth.
Yo, Lovell got all of his stuff repaired. The 18 got all repaired. The 029 was on pit road for a while, but I think he got everything repaired. So we'll see what these guys do, but they might make a charge back at this lead at a very short time here.
Monty Keller now facing a challenge from Magoo. Magoo trying to find his way around that 028 Ineos Chevrolet of Keller. Did I say that right? I'm pretty sure I said that right.
I think so. Ineos? Yeah.
Ineos.
See, Keller's starting to get the pole on the 2 down the straightaway from the draft. And then the turn here, 2's a little bit up high, but the 28's going to follow right in his tire tracks.
Magoo going to have a big run down the back.
Don't look now, but look at this 88, 029, 18. They're just trucking together here along and tracking these guys down. The 029 to the inside, the 088.
I was going to say, I don't think they're going to be working together for very long because KJ going to the inside now trying to take over fourth, and he does.
Starting to see it. They're good on fuel. They're good on tires. It's going to get racy here.
Working lap 122. 123. Never mind.
128 backed up a little bit there. That let the 144 get right to him, but not the right position that Magoo needed to make that pass. So still just kind of sitting there waiting. But Monty Keller now starting to reel in behind the 2. He's looking to the inside for the lead.
Monty Keller on the bottom going for the lead. RJ Rusty on the outside. Keller trying to get it completed. Gets a little tight through the center. A little bit loose off. They're going to be side by side. Magoo to the inside. 3 wide for the lead for a second. Magoo down to the bottom for the lead on the inside of Keller. Going to get a big push from Robert Bauckham.
Yeah, Magoo knows he can't wait around. It's go time. It's go time. He's got the 18 right on his back bumper. He knows that Bauckham is fast, and he doesn't want to mess around with him.
Oh, Keller in the wall!
The outside wall, and they save it. They keep it clean. They keep it green.
And this, of course, is our TWB 10 to go on behalf of Garden Lights Direct. From porches to patios to more. For all your outdoor lighting needs, head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com. What are you doing? Why are you standing there? Go to GardenLightsDirect.com. That's GARDENLIGHTS. GARECT.com, GardenLightsDirect.com here on your TWB 10 to go. As there's a lot going on, so I got to talk really fast, Ricky.
Big moment there by the 029. Almost lost out the straightaway. Got together with the 2 and then recovered. But RJ Rusty stuck on the outside now. Terry Scott's getting by. Nelly's going to try to make the pass.
KJ trying to find his way to get to the back bumper of Bauckham. Bauckham trying to find his way around Magoo in the lead. That's being placed on the 18 of Bauckham right now. Ricky Johnson putting an expletive in the chat.
I think they're sleeping on Magoo here. This car's fast.
Got a lot of speed in that Camaro.
Got a lot of speed indeed, and he's hanging on right now. It's going to take Bauckham hitting the right marks at the right time to make that pass. So Magoo's got some time to at least kind of fight him off. RJ Russ is the inside the 88 of level for the 6th position. And this field's starting to fracture up too. There isn't a ton of guys out there right now in this front grouping. That might help him a little bit with the 18 getting any particular pushes around him, depending on what KJ wants to do.
Coming up on a lap car, that's Brain Fade in the 49. Bauckham, though, all over the back bumper of Magoo, trying to get to the bottom.
Yeah, you can see Magoo's looking down there. He's trying to defend that inside line. He wants to make sure that he's hitting his marks on the inside line, though. Make sure that Bauckham's having to work for it here if he doesn't want him to pass him.
Well, and what? If you're Magoo, you really hope that 029 of KJ Kilojoules gets to the inside of Bauckham and starts putting some pressure on him for second.
Oh, that scared me. Bauckham used all the trial there. I didn't realize. Looking at from the front of these cars on the straightaway here, almost looked like he was about to get into him. Scared me for a moment, but 029 to the inside. He's looking. Not yet. Here he comes.
He tried.
Oh, they're close. They're getting close, Joe. Magoo loves to see it, and it's less of a battle for him if these guys start fighting for position. And that's letting Terry Scott reel these guys in, the 66 Camry.
Terry Scott being ever so cautious throughout this one. Well, he's in a good position here coming to the end of it. 5 laps to go. Now 4.5.
You can see Magoo can't really hold it on that bottom. It seems like the leader's got a consistent thing where they can't really hold it on the bottom like the guys in the draft there, which is kind of almost a little backwards to what you would conventionally think would happen. But it seems like every time he does that, he's able to come down the turn enough to block the 18. This time it looks like he's not going to be able to. The 18's there, gets a little loose. They're side by side. The 029 is going to be pushing Magoo here. Is that going to give Magoo the position?
Oh, Magoo ran a little hard down to that corner. He goes wide. KJ going to now go to the bottom. Ditch the 1 to 44. 3 laps to go in this one. Magoo heading back.
Magoo heading back, but there's not a lot of cars to get passed by. It's either 1st or 5th for him right now, but I don't think either one's a bad deal in terms of getting back to the front here.
Well, now it comes down to these two, Robert Bauckham and Kilojoules KJ. 1 and 2. Bauckham in the 18, KJ in the 029. KJ trying to do the unthinkable as we come to 2 to go this time to win 3. All 3 here at Texas.
KJ's there, and he's in the prime position to do it. He's just got to figure out how to get around that 118. Gets a great run here through turn 2. He's going to have a good run. Gets really loose. He is using up all that racetrack there.
Gonna have to get a big run to try to get around this 118. They're coming through 3 and 4. Fans now getting out of their seats because they know this time at the line, they're gonna see the white flag for one final lap around the Texas Motor Speedway.
One final lap. Can KJ do it? Can he complete the sweep? He's right there, but the 66 of Terry Scott's rearing down on him. Can he get the run on Backham here? Again, gets a great low line through turn 2 here. He's got a big head of steam down the back straightaway, but will it be enough?
I don't think so. Coming down into turns 3 and 4, the last-ditch effort from KJ all the way down on the apron, gets loose through the center. Not going to have enough. Robert Backham's going to come to the line. He'll see the checkered flag and win here at Texas.
Terry Scott walks away third. How about that? Fantastic run by that 66 machine.
What a run to the end there from our leaders. Congratulations going to the 118 of Backham. Winner here. Fans all around the track on their feet screaming, cheering, fists being pumped as well at the track as well in chat. As well as in chat. I forgot a couple words there. But Kilojoules is going to take home the ultimate prize, the Texas Triple Trophy, with the second place run here tonight. A first and a second doesn't sound so bad, but burn it down, Mr. Robert Backham. I can't wait to talk to Robert because he is going to be absolutely ecstatic after this one. Move on to our post-race coverage because there's no way for him to get to victory lane here. Get your results on your screen. Talk with our top 3 drivers. We'll start with Terry Scott in the 66 after we finish third. Now KJ doing burnouts here after winning that championship trophy. Doing him right where he did him last 2 nights. Indeed, it was a great last few laps here at Texas to cap off a great week of racing here with Bomb Squad to crown a Texas Triple Champion here in the 029 of Kilojoules. But we move on to our post-race coverage here. We'll have those results on your screen in just a second. Ricky, this race tonight was a lot different than the other 2 that we had this week.
Yeah, it was very much a race of attrition here. It was a wild finish. It was a fun time here. But man, it was we saw a lot of guys wreck from the lead here tonight.
A lot of guys wreck from the lead indeed. I do believe, I'm looking at these numbers right, if I'm looking at our points that our points spreadsheet that we got coming into tonight's race. KJ obviously going to win the championship. Terry Scott going to finish second, virtue of his 3rd place finish. Third is where it gets a little iffy, because Brain Fade and Magoo, they had 4 points between them. And then 5th was Keith. Keith didn't have a good run here tonight. So I do believe Magoo is going to get that 3rd place trophy here out of this one, even though got the 5th place finish, but it's going to get the trophy. So that's what you gotta appreciate, getting a trophy, right?
Oh, definitely.
I did my quick maths correctly. Could have done them wrong, because, quick maths, but you know a thing or two about quick maths, right, Ricky?
I do know a thing or two about quick maths.
They're very quick, and you do some arithmetic. Probably a little too fast in your head, because you're not a calculator. You're not a robot. Oh, you're not. Maybe I am.
Yo, beep, boop, 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 beep, bop, quick maths.
But we're going to talk with our top 3 drivers here in just a second. Get those results on your screen as well. Get those results first before we talk with them. Sure, you folks, fine folks at home, can see it. You hear that little ding, you know. There we go. Let's start with talking to our third place finisher here tonight. Second time we're talking to him in 3 days. I think that's a pretty good. 2/3 ain't bad. Mr. Terry Scott, driver the number 66 Toyota. Buddy, another great finish here tonight. Locks up the second place trophy as well in the Texas Triple. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, I got lucky again. All the fast cars got wrecked.
But, you know, I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit because you say all the fast cars got wrecked, but I don't think you got wrecked.
No, I stayed out of the wrecks, but there were some faster cars there tonight. I didn't have what I had on Wednesday. It's just, got lucky.
What do you attribute to that difference? Because Ricky and I, we are under the belief like you guys are going to be exactly, we were going to see the exact same results as we saw on Wednesday. What did you make an adjustment between then and now to try to make it better, and it just didn't play out right, or why do you think you were off just a little bit, just a touch from Wednesday night?
I didn't make any adjustments. It just seemed like the car was a little bit looser. If you noticed on the starts, excuse me, even if I was in third or fourth, I'd be like ninth by turn 3. I just couldn't get the power down, and then I had to fight my way back up through the group.
I think that's because you take it a little easier here, because I think, Terry, you had the perfect strategy for all these races, really, and that's what got you this second place overall points finish here with the Texas Triple or Texas Shootout, or we call a lot of things, right? But that's got to feel really good because you went through 3 different disciplines almost. You had the trucks, and I know tonight it's the same physics, but you had the trucks. They look completely different, and you kind of have to navigate your spatial awareness a lot different on Wednesday night. Then you had the Cup cars last night, and then tonight with the Xfinity, of course. Is there an extra added bonus maybe mentally to being able to compete and do really well 3 nights in a row with 3 different cars?
Yeah, I really like it. Like I said, after some of the better cars were out, that changed my mindset. Like, I got a chance. And they were telling me the points breakdown, and I knew the people that I had to beat, and they were behind me with damage. So that kind of motivated me to try a little bit harder.
Always like it when you get that extra motivation from the pit box and from the clubhouse, Terry. Congratulations on the 3rd place finish tonight, the 2nd place finish in the points. Before we let you go, I told you 2 nights ago that the floor was yours, but the floor is freaking yours here, Terry. Congratulations on the 3rd place finish. You got sponsors, people to thank. Now it's time to do so.
Yeah, big shout out again to Kathy Voiles and Brian Voiles Trucking, E-Tech for Rick Craddock, Brain Fade for all he does in the points, Magoo, outstanding race tonight, Nelly for racing me clean at the end, and just a great group of guys. Everything that you guys do for us at JTN, really appreciate it, Joe. It's a pleasure to have you guys on board.
Hey, the pleasure's all ours. We can't thank you guys enough for having us on board for all these ones. Can't wait to come out next week for the Cup Series race at Chicagoland. Words are very tough right now, Terry. Congratulations, though. Once again, 3rd place finish tonight and the 2nd place finish in the points. And good luck next week with the Cup cars at Chicago.
Yeah, thanks for believing in me, Joe.
Hey, even when you don't believe in you, I'll believe in you always, Terry. Okay? Always. Terry Scott, driver the number 66 Toyota. Congratulations. Thanks for talking with us. Now we move on to our 2nd place finisher, also our Texas Triple champion, but he couldn't complete the sweep, so I got to knock him down a peg. KJ up here in the booth once again. Good night, though, right? It had to feel good. Had a couple rebounds there.
It was very eventful, Joe. I'm just glad I had that point cushion because every race I had some issues that I caused myself. So I got the beer out. We're celebrating here for the winner of the series here right here. But yeah, I could have made it a lot easier. But yeah, I'll take a 2nd place.
And Keith is gonna owe you that case too, right?
I already told him what I wanted, and I told him he's gonna have to drink it with me. So yeah, we already covered that.
Hey, as long as it's already covered. But KJ, we saw you so good on Wednesday. I kind of thought, though, tonight it looked like you were a little... I don't know what it was, but you looked a lot different. It seemed like the car maybe wasn't to your liking. I don't know. Would you echo that? Do you think it was the same as it was Wednesday and maybe I just didn't notice it?
It was the exact same setup, Joe. I just tweaked a couple things to make sure I wouldn't blow the motor out of it. I was kind of just riding around until I got to a point where I knew I was kind of locked it up. And then I put the tape and everything back on it like I ran it Wednesday. And then I had that little bit of a goof there off turn 2. I didn't think me and Robert hit that hard, but it messed the front end up after that. And it didn't quite have the straightaway speed on new tires, but as the run went, the car came back to life. I just wish that last caution didn't come out, because I think I still had a chance of winning it if that caution didn't come out.
Hey, it didn't mess it up too bad, though. Second place finish. But talk about the importance of like these mid-season kind of fun championships. You won this Texas. You Mr. Texas. Big Tex. I don't know. Probably one of those words. You can probably take that title.
I haven't heard that one, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, but you win this. What does it do for your confidence across all 3 series? I mean, I'm not completely. I know you run the trucks. I know you run the Cup. I'm assuming you run here a lot on Fridays as well. Does it help boost that confidence that you're able to be consistent over all 3? That maybe one doesn't take away from the other from your driving. Like what added mental aspect? What mental aspect is kind of boosted here after winning this championship?
Well, it's a long season, and we're about halfway through it, so it's kind of like a mental grind at this point. And if you're not careful, you can just get kind of lazy with stuff. The biggest thing is I've had a lot of fast cars lately, and a lot of like random bad luck happen. You've seen it on the broadcast. I've always found a way to lose a race or do something stupid, but kind of gives me a little bit of confidence. Hey, even when I kind of mess up a little bit, I can still win the race. And from Wednesday to Friday, it's pretty much the same setup. So Wednesday, if I know I got something good, I can kind of tweak on what I think could be a little better for Friday night's race. But it's a little bit of shot in the arm. I've had a lot of bad luck lately, and it's nice to win 2 out of the 3. I really tried to get all 3 tonight. I told Robert I was going 3 wide on the front stretch no matter what, but I couldn't quite get to him because I had that nose damage. It was a little slow in the straightaway, but having a car even with damage, I was still running second place there at the end of the race. So you can't really complain about that. But it's kind of like a shot in the arm, just to kind of rejuvenate the season, because it's a long season, kind of get you going again.
It's kind of good.
No, I was gonna say, and this part of the season is kind of my better part of the season. I'm really good at the first part of the season, and then when we get that little bit of portion of tracks, I'm still okay, but I'm not like I normally would be. And we're getting back into my tracks again, so it's a good way to kick that off, kind of get the ball rolling here, second part of the season.
I think what I got there from you, just to kind of paraphrase, it's verification that you're taking all the right steps here to kind of continue to build on some momentum and build speed, especially that last little bit there. Maybe some of these tracks in the last month or so haven't really played to your skill set, played to your strengths, more so your weaknesses, and now able to come out of that and show that you're still just as good as you were coming into that bad stretch that you had with the luck and all kinds of crazy stuff happening to you, KJ. But man, oh man, congratulations on this, buddy, because I know it's got to feel good. What are you going to do with that trophy?
I'm going to probably take some pictures with it and probably just, look at it for a while, and I'm going to put it on with the rest of my trophies right here beside me.
Hey.
I haven't got one in a while, so a little overdue. That was a lot more stressful than I wanted it to be. I've had a couple beers during the race, just kind of calm my nerves a little bit. But yeah, we're having a beer right now as we're talking.
Hey, but make sure, folks at home, make sure you drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, Don't finish driving, then you drink.
Yep,
not during.
It's okay if it's a sim car, but not the real car. You bad habit. But
I tell you what, that wreck with Keith, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm glad this was a virtual race, not real race, because
he Michael McDowell'd it.
It like in the team chat here we were having, he like as soon as he wrecked, right before he wrecked, he said, "I'm just riding," and as soon as he said riding, he said, "I'm wrecking."
Well, that sucks, but KJ, congratulations. I just keep you kept the punches rolling on him too, taking that case, but congratulations on the win in the championship, second place run tonight. You know the drill. The floor is yours, buddy.
First off, congrats to Robert on the win. We both had some damage there. He had the track position, so I really wasn't going to pass him unless he messed up. I can get to him in the corners, but we both had damage. It was kind of just who had track position. Also want to give a shout to Terry Scott. Terry Scott had 3 good races, and I'm pretty sure he finished in second in points. I'm not sure who finished in third, because brain had damage there at the end. Also want to give a shout out to all the admins at BSR for letting me join the league. It's kind of like home to me now. I haven't really had a home racing for probably 10 years since my NSRO HD Sim racing days. So it's kind of like being at home here. I'm pretty sure I'll stay here until either the game goes away or I would just retire racing. Also want to thank Joe, you, and Ricky in the booth here, JTN, for putting that race on and broadcasting it. That was a lot better than the last 2 nights. So I'm glad we kind of got it together tonight. Had a little bit of hiccups, but a lot of it was just like engine damage or just some random stuff going on. I think somebody had a wheel come off the desk or something like that. So Matt had a really good car. My teammate, he had a really good car, and he had a random blow up. Ricky had a good car, but he had to go to work, so he had to park. And Keith had a good car until he did that. Michael without it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to my wife Jessica. She was watching the race tonight. She came in here while I was racing. She was pretty mad when I got spun after that wreck there. But she was watching the whole race, so she lets me race. She don't really complain when I race. But good win, Robert. I will. That's pretty much it. So I'll see y'all next week.
Hey, we hope to talk to you next week after the race, KJ. Congratulations again.
I don't know where we even are. Where are we
Chicago, Chicagoland.
Okay, that's a tire eater. So yeah, I can't overdrive that car.
Hey, just gotta take it easy, KJ. Take it easy. You got the accomplishment now. You got the extra trophy, and just keep this march going on into the fall and into the playoffs. Congratulations once again, buddy.
All right, thank you guys.
Kilojoules driver the 029 Lego Star Wars Chevrolet Camaro.
Oh, by the way, Joe, that's the Chevy Nova. I heard you before the race started. Chevy Nova.
Ricky, listen. Let me tell you, KJ, real quick. Ricky we were so confused. We were so confused, KJ. Thank you for clearing that up. It's Chevy Nova, Ricky. Did you hear that?
Cool. Yeah,
okay.
I heard that.
All right. He couldn't figure it out. He just couldn't figure it out. But KJ,
yeah. Keith had to remind me because Keith got behind me in happy hour and he said, "What the hell are you driving?"
KJ, congratulations, buddy. Good luck next week.
All right, thank you guys.
Bill Jules driver the 029 Chevy Nova Lego Star Wars machine, and now we move on. He's been in victory lane. He's shot off the 6 shooters here at Texas. Robert Blockham, driver the 118 Chevrolet. Robert, congratulations on the win, buddy.
Man, what about that tore up car, demolished car? Man, I was driving mad in last few laps. But first thing I want to do, I want to give a shout out to Magoo, man. Honest to God, I really didn't want to pass him. He was driving his ass off. That was the best race I ever seen Magoo. But I had that damn KJ all over me. And every time I looked at my mirror, he kept tucking like he was going 3-whackle. We both had so much damage. And that last wreck just demolished the back end, but it freed me up so good that I could really rotate through the corner. So, Magoo slipped a little bit. I got the run under him, but man, I was so proud of him. So I definitely want to give a shout out to him.
And I believe if I did my quick maths right, he's going to finish third. He's going to get an extra trophy. So you don't have to feel too bad for him. I think I'm not sure. Again, quick maths in my head. My head is pretty dumb. But Robert, let's talk about tonight's race because it was a wild one, to say the least. We had wrecks everywhere. You were involved in a couple of them. Wrecked from the lead. It got wrecked from the lead. Wrecked the leader at one point. Just nothing intentional. I don't want to come across like that.
Yeah,
but
he got loose.
Yeah,
me, and I was just right there, and I just man, you just couldn't. I couldn't react in time.
Yeah,
and it just shot me in the wall, and then the time after that damage had hurt me down the straightaway, and I seen Chevy coming. And I'd been entering a little high to let the car rotate down. And when I turned in, I seen Chevy turn in a little earlier. And I thought he was going to have his nose there. And I just kind of tucked the wheel to react. And there she went.
But, so you're on both ends of the stick. So it's okay. It equaled out. But getting involved in cautions like that and wrecks like that I know the first thought is always, okay, how bad is the car? How much damage do I have? How much speed have I lost? What's the next step after that?
Well, the first wreck, the main thing is you're usually okay if you don't hit with the nose. And the first wreck, I actually got another wreck with KJ. I seen KJ getting loose on that start, and I knew not to pack the air on him, so I kind of lifted to give him room. And then whoever's on the inside, I don't know if they didn't see him, but they came out when they hit me in the door. It shot me into KJ. and it spun me around, but I didn't get any damage. So I was really worried about that because I actually tapped the nose. But luckily, when I hit the second time with Greg, it hit on the side completely. So they were able to hammer it out. And what was really weird, the last wreck, I thought I hit hard backwards, but they hammered it less than they did on the wreck with Greg. So I figured if I could just stay in the draft and wait to the end. My car was so fast. I had such a good setup tonight. That thing was awesome. Is Ricky up there tonight, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ricky, it's a big track. What about that? Yes. It's not Martinsville, by God.
Hey, that's a great segue to my next question, Robert, because anytime you've been up here in the booth, you've always said, oh, I'm new to open setup, and I'm a big fan, shorter tracks. I like to kind of, have to be the driver behind the wheel, not necessarily let the car do a decent amount of the work. Are you starting to get acclimated to running these open setups on these bigger tracks now? Are you starting to feel a little more comfortable with it, or?
Yeah, these kind of tracks here, when I came in tonight, I really felt like I had a good setup, and I just kind of tweaked on it. And then when I was kind of running behind Greg, we were kind of running hard to see what we could do. And he said, man, my tires are up to 225. I looked down, I was like, man, mine's only 200. I think I can go harder if I want to. So I knew then I had a really good setup. But the thing about Texas, and if you ever ran it, when you get out in the lead, it's like driving a whole different car. I mean, it's like taking wedge out, sway bar and everything. So I wanted to try to get into the lead as soon as possible, see how the car felt. And when I seen what it felt, I come in and I added 2% to my wedge, and that's all she needed for the rest of the night. She was a bullet.
Hey, she was a bullet. Led the most laps at 39, won the race. Robert, congratulations again on the victory here at Texas. You know the drill by now, but just in case, the floor is yours. Sponsors, family, whoever you got, Robert. Floor is yours, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. First thing I want to do, give a shout out to KJ. That's a pretty good accomplishment. I think he got two wins and a second.
Mm-hmm.
He's tough to beat, man. So congratulations on his championship. And what about Terry Scott? Man, that guy has some of the worst luck. He seems like he's right there every time, and then he gets caught up in somebody else's mess. So congratulations to him. And then I think you said Magoo got third, and after seeing him race tonight, man, he that was well deserved, because that was by far some of the best racing I've ever seen Magoo do. And thank, of course, Kathy and Brian Voiles putting this on. I hated I couldn't be here Wednesday night to be a part of the triple deal, but how cool is that for them to put that on, and Brian not even be a part of it, and they still was putting it on for these drivers over here at Bomb Squad. Shout out to Bomb Squad Racing. Great place to learn open setups. Everybody over here will help you for sure. Great group of guys. I know if you watched out there this week, probably thought, oh man, it's a lot of cautions, but I'm telling you, you have to drive these cars on the edge to go fast. So it's kind of, you can either tighten it up and fall back, or get loose and try to hang on to it. So it's kind of one of them deals, and then shout out to you guys, man. I love the broadcast, love listening to you, man. You gas me. I know you always say that, so you keep me gassed up during the race. So I appreciate it. I really want this tonight. I was like, man, they always say big tracks. I'm going after this, by God. And then I want to give a shout out to my wife. She's cheering me on in the background. She was so mad when I wrecked. She's like, what the hell? And so I was like, I had to come back and do something for her, and my daughter too. And then I want to give a shout out to my dad. He's been battling kidney failure. He just texted me and said, way to get up on the wheel there, son. So it was pretty cool that he was able to watch that and get better. So I appreciate that.
And again, thoughts and prayers for your family, and especially your dad going through all that. And Robert, congratulations once again on the win. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us after this one. Good luck. We'll be back with you next week for Cup at Chicago. So
appreciate you guys a lot.
Hey, appreciate you even more, Robert. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Robert Block, driving the 118 Chevrolet. Ricky, that concludes our coverage here from Texas with Bomb Squad Racing, but we've got more Texas on the docket tomorrow.
That's right. We're going to USORL for the playoffs. With you, Tommy, and I in the booth. We're going to be calling it from the newer Texas. So a little bit of a trade up. We've been on the old Texas all week, and now we got to kind of relearn everything we've been talking about, because this new Texas is a whole different beast.
Hey, the newer Texas is a whole different beast. Turns 1 and 2 has been completely reconfigured. But once again, a big thank you to Kathy Voiles, Brian Voiles, and the folks at Voiles Trucking for putting on this show, having us out here for these races. Can't thank them enough for having us out for Bomb Squad Racing. It's been our absolute privilege to be able to call these races and to be able to provide this product for their drivers as well as you, our JTN fans at home. Again, without you guys, we could not do any of this, and we can't thank you enough for that. Make sure, though, speaking of JTN fans, you want to make sure that you are a fan, so you want to make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed to us here. Also, click the like button on the video on any broadcast you watch, if you like it. I mean, I don't want you to click it if you don't like it, but I'm pretty sure if you're new, if you're sticking around here, you have to like the content. I would hope so. But can't thank y'all enough for tuning in tonight here on a Friday night. Have a fantastic weekend. If you can't join us tomorrow night, again, we're live again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. So, again, you don't want to touch that dial. You want to make sure you're subscribed, especially with those notifications on. For all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for Ricky Collette up here in the booth, I've been Joe Twansky. Have a wonderful rest of your night and a fantastic start to your weekend. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for the US Oil Cup Series from Texas. And if not then, well, then the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series returns next Thursday from Chicagoland. Have a wonderful rest of your night, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh, Africa! Wide!
Who hit that?
Turn 4 into the tri-oval. Whitehill is through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
All right, and they're wrecking behind them. We got cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down, but it doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Comes Musa. Musa's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna use that apron.
He's gonna use the apron.
They're gonna be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. So Musa gets it.